All my problems just stopped existing the moment I heard this.
Yo. Hey, there was a bug on that tree. What the hell happened? There was an elephant beetle on that palm tree. Penguin? Penguin happened? Penguin who? Gwen scared it? I have Gwen? I thought that was Frigga. Who's fucked up here? It's probably me. No, that is Frigga. It's you. She scared it away. So they can do that in this game. Alright, well, good to know. Luckily we didn't need it. I thought it was just kind of a cool photo op. You should smack her with the net in retaliation. Yeah, maybe I will. And there's another one got scared away. Damn. Why is there so much traffic around my trees? This sucks because I need to catch something on these trees still. So they better, like, cool it here. I need a scarab beetle. If they scare away a scarab beetle, I'm gonna actually get mad. Thanks, KaiSpot, for the 45 months. Enjoy your emotes and enjoy your ad-free viewing. How's everyone doing today? How is the squad? How are the daggers? Tell these villagers to knock it off. Yeah, I think I will. I mean, I don't know if I would be so... like... knock it off is really intense. I don't know if I need to get that intense with it. I might tell him to, like, hey, cool it. But knock it off is a step too far, I think. I think that goes beyond what's necessary right now. I think that that's too much. Waiting for pizza to arrive. Let me tell you guys about something. So Bonnie has been working fucking 11-hour days, 6 days a week, which is just ridiculous. So her day off was yesterday, which is why I didn't stream, because I'm like, it's your day off, gal pal. We didn't do anything, but, you know, I just wanted to, like, hang out. And we got Taco Bell. Actually, no, that's not true. We got Taco Bell the night before because it was like, what do you guys like better? Do you guys like Friday? If you work Monday to Friday, do you like Friday better or do you like Sunday better? Obviously, Saturday's the best because you don't have to work and you don't have to go to bed early. Friday better? Friday? So basically, this was her Friday because she had worked that day, but she knew she was going to be off. So anyway, we got Taco Bell. And I said, okay, I'm going to get the Taco Bell. And while I'm waiting for it to be delivered, I'm going to go on a run. And it pretty much worked out exactly to where when I returned from my run, the Taco Bell was literally just arriving at the doorstep. And I gotta be honest with you, man, that ruined the Taco Bell. So here's a hot tip for you. Don't go on a 2-mile run before eating Taco Bell. Something about your body does not want Taco Bell when you return from that run. It wants electrolytes. It does not want a beefy 5-layer burrito. I'll be honest, it was the worst Taco Bell I've eaten in my entire life, just because your body doesn't want that at that moment. It's not because it was bad necessarily. It's because it doesn't want Taco Bell right now. So don't get Taco Bell after a 2-mile run. That's my hot tip for you today. I hope that you cherish this information. I hope you take it seriously. Speak for yourself. I'm just saying. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well today. Can I be honest with you as well about Taco Bell? My go-to used to be the beefy 5-layer burrito. It sucks now. I still try to give it a try every once in a while just to see if it can return to that magic it once had. It doesn't. Stop trying. Stop trying. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The beefy 5-layer burrito is not good anymore. It's not good anymore. The grilled cheese burrito is where it's at. I wish I had gotten a grilled cheese burrito instead. I got a Cantina quesadilla, but it was rolled because there wasn't a regular Cantina quesadilla available. You can only get the rolled variant, which I also thought was weird. Just a weird Taco Bell experience the other day. Gotta be honest with you. The beefy 5-layer burrito, it has more beans in it than it does beef. Call it the beanie 5-layer burrito. There's barely any beef in it anymore. It's all just fucking beans. And I don't mind beans. I didn't order a beanie 5-layer burrito. I ordered beef. Give me beef. So stupid. Anyway, we're gonna get rolling here. Let's see if LiveSplit wants to cooperate today. It does. Great news. We last left off at 17 hours, 9 minutes, and 5 seconds, and we're at 131 of 184. Here goes another bug. Jesus, these fucking animals are on bug patrol. They seriously need to cool it, because you know what I need, man? I need a scarab beetle. And that spawns on trees. And if you go scaring away my scarab beetle, I'm gonna get mad. I need a light in here. It's rather dramatic and moody lighting. It's actually just kind of an overcast day today. So the lighting just isn't going to be as bright. Just my chair. Trying to get my chair right here, get my booty nice and firmly planted in my chair. Alright. Hang on. There we go. Nope, no mohawk, sorry. Yeah, so that's where we last left off. And here is what we're working on. If we can get this right here. Yeah, this is quite the list of things that we need right now, but you'll notice we have most of them. For bugs, we only need the scarab beetle. And for the fish, we need the arapaima and the shark. Which I honestly feel like I should focus on the fish, because the arapaima and the shark's way bigger of a task than the scarab beetle is. I'm hoping that I could find a scarab beetle while looking for the arapaima and the shark. That'll be the hope. And you know what? Now that we got all the palm tree beetles, we can actually cut down the palm trees. Which I was doing, right, I actually remember now. I was doing that until my axe broke. And because it's 11 p.m., the shop isn't open to get another one. So, it's fine. Not like the palm tree beetles are gonna do a whole lot of spawning, I reckon. But still. So it's 11 o'clock. It's also a new Friday, which means a new day for Red to be in town. So let's just start by doing our fossils and our art. Can't get my chair right today. Let's start by doing our fossils and art. And then, Jesus Christ, I got a bunch of bugs in here. Have I donated all these? Oh shit, I don't know if I've donated all these. I need to actually, I need to be careful here. Alright, so which ones have I for sure donated? I don't think I've even donated, like, the fruit beetle. But I do have 2 scorpions, and I have 2 tarantulas, so I know I can make room for at least one of these. Do I have a repeat of anything else? I need the giant beetle. I need the dynastid beetle. I need the... Wow, I haven't... Dude, this is bad. I really didn't run these over to the museum before the end of stream yesterday. Or the day before. Poor form, Dagnel. How could you forget that? Because now I gotta make room for all this shit. And, like, I got fossils here that need to have room for. So I can get rid of a tarantula, but after that, I feel like everything else that I have in here is something I need to donate. If I need to, I can get rid of that gyroid, but I don't know. Alright, let's run into the museum before we do anything here, because I gotta unload. Yeah, and I did time travel. We were on July 10th last time, which was a Friday. Now we're on July 17th, another Friday, so it's been a week, so it's gonna be a few weeds, but that's okay. So I gotta remember what among all these things here I have already donated. I think everything in here is something new, right? Oh, okay, I thought he was gonna tell me we already had that. That's kind of a similar reaction to where if you try to give him something that you already have, he kind of gives you the similar, like, what? What are you trying to do here? The Hercules beetle is known as the largest beetle in the world. It's those mammoth horns. Yes, the horns are its claim to fame, but inspect them and you'll see that they're covered in hair. This is like the 3rd time he is talking about how bugs have hair. I suppose when you're doing a run that only focuses on, like if you're playing the game, but you're only focusing on donating bugs, you'll notice these repetitive little spiels that he gives about the bugs. But I mean, like, come on, this is 3 bugs he's talked about. He had the pond skater had hairy legs. And then there was one other that had a hair on it, and now he's talking about the hair. Just because they're considered pretty, these tend to fetch a high price. Bullshit, they're worth like nothing in this game. I simply don't understand how anyone could find this bug appealing in the least. Perhaps if I was appealing it off my foot, hoo-hoo. I don't get it. How do I know if my fan art's been added to the stream starting slideshow? I haven't updated it in a bit, so if you've done it recently, it probably hasn't been. Do tell, Dagnel, have you ever seen a dynastid beetle's larva? No. Oh, no trouble at all if you haven't, I assure you. If you had, we might speak of them, and then I would recall how vile they look. He's in his own head about this shit, man. It's like, you don't have, I don't know, man. He's not gonna like this scorpion, though. How long do you think this whole run will take? I don't know. Probably like... I want to get like under 50 hours, but you never know with the art. That's just the thing. Is the art is the entire... That's the wild card. There's no way to predict a run like this because the art is a complete mystery. Why carry around such a dangerous material? Black! Foolish wretch. If I walked around with a piano above my head, I'd expect to be squashed. That's actually pretty true. Imagine accidentally poisoning yourself. I don't have to imagine. Thanks, Pickled Isaac, for the 11 months. I appreciate that. Enjoy your emotes and enjoy your ad-free viewing. I wonder what an elephant beetle were called before there were elephants. No way, I don't wonder. I don't even care! Well, moving on. Well, that was the most chipper I've ever seen him when talking about a bug. Positives. There's fake art. Yes, that is sort of the reason why it's the wild card. Because and there's no way to tell the fake art from the real art. If you took this to a shop, they'd be willing to pay you quite a bit for it, I'm sure. Yeah. That said, all it looks like to me is glorified expensive cockroach. Perhaps that's just me. Sauce tag. I can see why I didn't do this at the end of stream, because it does take a while. Have you ever had a saw stag beetle adhere to your clothes? No. I have had a praying mantis, like, land on me once, and that freaked me the fuck out. I screamed like a little girl in front of all my boys at school. The little claws are so sharp, it's nigh impossible to untangle the wretches. is terribly rude, really. It's not even enough to be vile, they must be clingy, too. Lather's watching the player walk in with 10 beetles up their shirt after he confided about his fear of bugs. You know what, you gotta give the guy credit, though, for running a museum that has an entire exhibit dedicated to the very thing that he fears the most. Imagine if you ran a museum to the very... and it had, like, a whole wing dedicated to the thing that you are the most scared of. For me, that would be the puke wing. Like, I couldn't imagine doing that. It's simply amazing you're able to catch one of these monsters. Not only is it poisonous, it's number 4. Number 4, black, hairy, and toxic. I at least kind of understand that one, because it's, like, pretty easy to notice on a tarantula how hairy they are. Like, all the other ones, I don't know, it's like... I don't know, man. This dude loves hair. I find most things about beetle the most, like, this repellent, but the most repellent are the thin wings that they keep hidden inside. You know what I speak of? After landing, see, yeah, they, like, their little elytra pop up. It's kind of weird because, yeah, you know, like elytra in Minecraft, those aren't actually the wings. Aren't the elytra the, like, hard shell covers that, on beetles, go over the wings themselves? You would hate Jay Buhner? Oh, yeah. What does he call that? Does he call that, like, blurping? Or something? My god, yeah. I also hate his stupid face. He has a stupid-looking face. Oops. Fuck. Blurping. What a disgusting man. Some people find that fun and amusing. That's just crazy to me. Then again, some people like to go skydiving. That's weird. What do we got? Parasaur skull. Unfortunately, already donated. Yeah, we're getting to the nitty-gritty with fossils. We can't expect most of them that we find to be new at this point. We have 9 left, I think. I don't know who that man is. I don't know if I want to know. He's just a baseball player. He's a baseball player that got a laugh out of deliberately puking while playing in the outfield. He and his fellow outfielders, he would try to play a practical joke on his fellow outfielders by puking on purpose, and that would make, in turn, his outfielders also puke, because they're, like, sympathetic pukers. And so if he wanted to play a joke on them, he would start puking in the outfield. Like, on purpose. Strangest thing. He's just a strange fellow. God damn it. He's so strange he made me choose the wrong thing. He's a strange individual. And he looks weird. He's got a weird face. Why would you think that puking is the worst experience? I don't know, because I haven't puked in 2 decades, man. I don't even know what the fuck it feels like anymore. Now I'm scared of it. Seismotail. He's bald. He doesn't know better. That's true. Do you know that people with a hair, like a hair on your head, is just your brain leaking out? And so a bald person is naturally much stupider than somebody who has hair. That's actually true, by the way. So if you know somebody in your life with long hair, listen to them. They know what the fuck they're talking about. You, beetle scarer. Hola. Yo, thanks Alex to Andre for the 10 months. And Exotic Grace for the 2 months. That was like a simultaneous subscription right there. Thank you. Alright, should be one more fossil somewhere. Yeah, that cleared out my whole damn inventory. That was crazy. Literally everything in there was something I needed to donate. Yeah, if I had to do that at the end of last stream, when I'm like, man, I just want to go and like... Because at the end of stream, maybe this is bad, but I'm at the end of stream, dude. I'm like, I don't want to do any more I'm so done. I hit a point, and I'm like, I want to do anything else right now, but continue streaming. I want to go... and I want to leave. I hit a wall. It's like when you're at work. I mean, because this is my work. It's like when you're at work and you hit a point where it's close to the end of your shift and I'm like, no, I'm not doing any more work right now. Like, I can be here, but I'm not gonna do anything else. I've hit my wall. When I hit that wall, I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to sit there for like 5 minutes and wait for all that stuff to be donated. That would have been miserable. Art and fossils are the main thing right now. Do we even have many bugs and fish left? We have, I think... I mean, I can check. I have the spreadsheet. It's actually fossils we don't have many left of either. We only need... Actually, it's only 8 more fossils. I said 9. 8 more fossils and 15 more bugs and fish. And also 15 more art. We kind of have like an even amount of everything left that we need to donate as far as the actual pieces themselves. But being that there's a lot of fossils... Ooh! Being that there's a lot of fossils and a lot of bugs and fish, it's obviously a much bigger journey ahead of us for art than it is for bugs and fish. That's one less bug that we need, the scarab beetle. 132. Alright, so that's it for bugs that we need right now. Now we can just focus on fish, the arapaima and the shark. So I'd say the big thing is still... art. But art is always what I focus on last because it's sort of a crapshoot. That being said, we do have Red in town. So let's go check him out. See what he's got today. Fully thought you'd be able to finish this today? Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I think we still have... and I'm being conservative when I say this. Oh, I gotta look up his password. Spoiled Rotten. ACWW Red passwords. Because I don't want to fucking read his letters every time. List of passwords. Spoiled Rotten? The fuck does this one mean? Spoiled Rotten? You guys would never in a million years guess what the follow-up to it is. So I'm going to tell you right now. Spoiled Rotten? Oops. Bean curd. Most of them I get. That one I don't get. What the fuck does that mean? Spoiled rotten bean curd. Hey, that's a scary painting. Let's see. That's a weird one. Bean curd was my nickname in high school. That's what they call me? Man, you guys had a lot of... A lot of people call bean curd in here, apparently. I never played Wild World. What's with the passwords to Red? So, every time you go to Red, you need a password to enter because he doesn't trust you, which is weird because you're a member. You get a membership the first time you go into the store. I don't know why he doesn't remember you, but anyway, he obviously does not trust you with every subsequent visit, so you need to give him the password. Now, he mails the password to the members, you, the day before he shows up in town, but you can just find a list of them online because, you know, of course you can. They're the same. They have like a certain amount of them, and they're all going to be the same responses every time, depending on what the starting response was. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's what it is, but it's kind of annoying that even though I'm a member, I still have to, like, prove my allegiance almost to him every time. Anyway, that's what the passwords are. Just keep the cops from sniffing around too much, as he says. Alright, that's my last fossil. So we're good on that. Don't eat the scarab beetle, and then we can focus solely on fishing, which is nice. I think it's been a while since we fished. We've been too bug-focused lately. Yeah, I think it's natto, which is basically rotten fermented beans, and they make curds. They look a bit like cheese or other sticky, wet substances. That's very interesting. Spoiled rotten bean curd. I mean, usually they're like, sort of related to his business in one way or another, you know? Oh yeah, I should run a prediction for the painting. Painting, real or fake? Get gambling. I'll do it last so that there's enough time for people to actually get their guesses in. It's like, I thought it was going to be spoiled rotten, and then some, like, joke about how Red is rich. Like, spoiled rotten? Yeah, I am. Or some shit like that. Who thanks? Many thanks for donating such a valuable insect. This scarab beetle is as valuable as its weight in purest platinum. Is that true, actually? Disgusted I may be, but I shan't turn down such a pricey donation. Who? I'm rather a Twitter. This dude only sees me as money signs. Yeah, yeah, I sure hope I am. Spoiled rotten. I don't know. Red is my op. He's so nice in the newer games compared to these older ones. There's no even reason to be an op. Seismo Tail also donated. 0 for 3 on the fossils today. I know, I'm sorry, you two. I wish I can help you. I wish I could help your gambling addiction by allowing you guys to do it as well. Go beg YouTube to make that a feature. Alright, scary painting. It's fake. Darn. I don't even know what that puts us at as far as reals versus fakes over the course of this run, but I feel like we're kind of evening out to about 50-50 at this point. I'm delighted to announce that the collection has grown faster than anticipated. Please take a moment to see just how much, Watt. You shan't be disappointed. Okay, so we hit a new threshold for him telling me, like, what the... Because, like, okay, if you go to the Exhibits tab here, and then you back out of it after looking through it, this little spiel that he gives you here changes depending on how many items that you've donated. It starts as, we basically have nothing donated, to... Thanks to your help, our collection has grown substantially, and now we're at the one that's, I assume, the last one before you actually have it completed, is what I'm guessing anyway. Because that one is, he's quite cheery in that one. So that's cool. Alright. Arapaima and Shark. One in the river... Very large in the river, Arapaima, Finn in the ocean. Thanks Brooke Sips Coffee for the 9 months. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. Thank you. Arapaima, very large in the river, Shark, Finn. You'll know a shark. Arapaima is the one that... I mean, even an Arapaima will probably be obvious, right? There's not many very larges in the river. I might be here for a while. I'm warning you right now, and I hope that this isn't the case. I don't want to manifest this to be true, but we could spend the entire stream trying to get these two. It's very possible. I would like to think that that won't happen. But it could. It might. That's an eel. Get out of here. Well, I got him closer to the edge so that I can scare him, so that works. Knock on wood. Yes, man. Knock on wood. Bunker down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't... We could very well stall out here. And I hate when these challenges stall out, but... It gets frustrating when you just sit here for nigh on hours without seeing anything, but... Actually, the Arapaima is huge in the river, but you know what I mean. You might want to, like, yeah. Hunker down and grab some, like, non-perishable foods or something like that. We gotta manifest. I mean, it could take 30 minutes. We'll see. That'd be nice. I also gotta make... I should also probably, like, catch a few fish here that I know I don't need. Just to get my eye in, get my eye trained, or my thumbs maybe. Gotta get warmed up here. It's like you're not gonna start throwing a 95-mile-an-hour fastball without throwing some like warm-up pitches first, right? You gotta lock in. The true test will be when I know that I don't need an octopus, right? I feel like that's like one of the first things I donated. Making it so long ago that I donated it that I've forgotten that I've donated it. That's exactly the case, because I have donated it. It was like one of the first things I got in the first segment. The real test will be knowing that whatever I have on the line is something that I need, and then the pressure's on. It's one thing to be able to catch like a little boot in the water. It's another thing to actually do it when you know that you need it and the pressure's on. We'll get there, though. But that's where warming up's important. Familiarize yourself with the situation that you're in. Be like, it's just another fish. I gotta say, and this is another one where if I speak, I fear as though I'm leaving myself open to being jinxed. But the fishing has been pretty good. As far as my fishing performance has been decent. And getting the fish that I need has not taken that long. We've gotten pretty lucky. Along with decent skill in fishing. That's what I'm saying. You gotta look, man. In this game, you can't go on sound. You gotta look. Thanks, by the way, Keekers, for the 29 months. Enjoy your emotes and enjoy your ad-free viewing. What fish are you missing? All that I'm focused on right now is the Arapaima and the shark. Now in New Horizons known as the Great White Shark, but back in this game, and all preceding games, just the shark. At least I think it was just the shark in New Leaf. I'm trying to summon it with my mind. Thank you. I'm just catching. Alright. I got it. I don't need to catch everything. Alright, what's up with the boots, though? Seriously? Nook on wood. Funny. Boots X2? I could wear these damn boots now. I mean, it was kind of crazy. Hello. Bye. And that's a steal. It's kind of weird to think, but not boots or like shoes in general. But this game allowed you... GameCube didn't do this. This is the first game that allowed you to wear clothes that aren't just shirts. In GameCube, you could only change shirts. As weird as it is to think. You couldn't change hats or glasses or, like, accessories at all. Dude, it's fucking Trash River. What the heck? How am I gonna get the Arapaima? There's only trash in this damn river. They didn't allow you to change your accessories. It's kind of weird. And then New Leaf was the first one that allowed you to change your pants and shoes. Russo Goob. 100% chance Russo Goob has a mohawk today? Let's fucking go. Thanks for the 41 months, Russo Goob. I appreciate it. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. Thank you. By the way, Russo, I was watching the Good Mythical Morning podcast, and I found the episode where they talked about how you, oh man, this is actually kind of like huge Russo Goob lore here, if you don't mind me talking about it. I got to the Good Mythical Morning podcast episode where they talked about how you posted a picture of Link, one of the Good Mythical Morning hosts. And I think, I don't know, it was like a picture of Link with like, in a tank top. And you were like, oh my god, look, the tattoo. Like, you were admiring. And then somebody retweeted it like, I thought this was a beautiful butch lesbian when I first looked at this image, but it's just that twink from Good Mythical Morning. And then that tweet, your tweet, I think, did numbers, but then the retweet, the quote tweet of your tweet did even bigger numbers. And then they talked about that in an episode, and they were like, this is from Russo Goob. And I'm like, that's Russo Goob! I know that person! Russo was not the one who quote tweeted it, but they were the original tweeter. The quote tweeter was simply was simply somebody who was feeding off of Russo Goob's original tweet. Like a leech. No, I'm kidding. It was pretty funny. I was like, yeah, that's Russo Goob. That's noted Dagnel community member Russo Goob. It was like seeing your child graduate from high school. I'm like, that's Russo Goob. Yeah. It was a proud moment. It was crazy hearing Link Neal say my name. That's the Linkster, man. Yeah. What's up, the T-noob? Or that noob? You know, there's more of my ocean that I kind of neglect checking, but it's not like there's much. Just this little... Yeah. I mean, that's probably enough space for at least one thing to be over there, so it'd be worth checking. Small world? Yeah, kind of. A little bit. It was like a small world moment, for sure. Like, I remember when this happened. This was like a few years ago. I remember you were like talking about it in stream. So like I knew that this had happened. This wasn't a total surprise to me, but it was like, oh yeah. It made me remember that it did, for sure. They made a YouTube short about it too. That's crazy. 3 exams coming this week? You got 3 exams in August? For what? What are you doing? What are you studying? Surely. You guys going back to school yet? When's back to school? Whether you're in school or not. Like, what is, like... It's coming up, though, right? Because I'll be honest with you. I live in what's called a, family-friendly apartment complex. That was how it was advertised. I learned this lesson the hard way, and I want none of you to make the same mistake that I did. If there's any apartment complex or community that advertises itself as family-friendly, that means that there's going to be screaming children at all hours of the day and the night, at all times. It's a sign that there is going to be a lot of children. Maybe mine, like, the children in my community complex are particularly the screaming type. Maybe yours will be fine, but just know that that means there's a lot of children around. So, you know, just watch out for that. So you can say that I'm jonesing for when school's back in, so that these punk bastards stop yelling and screaming from Monday to Friday, roughly 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can say I'm a bit excited for that. You scammed me at the promise of a mohawk. I didn't promise anything. I said there's a 5% chance. If anything, that is me telling you that there's a 19 in 20 chance that I do not have a mohawk right now. If you were scammed by that, then you didn't read. You took a gamble and you lost, pal. Hi, Dagnel. How do I reset my eye on AC and H? I can't work it out. You gotta go to your Switch settings. It's like Switch settings, data... something after that. I don't really remember. You think I would know how to do it in great detail, considering how many times I have done it, but no. But it's in your Switch settings somewhere. It's not in the game, which did fuck me up at first when I was first trying to do it years ago. I was like, what, you don't do that in the game? That's weird. It's kind of nice, though, because they do it quickly, and nobody in the game, like Isabelle or Tom Nook or Tortimer, or one of your villagers, like, lectures you about, if you delete the town of Buttfart will be erased forever, and all of your memories and everything. And I'm like, bye. Bye, Buttfart. Somebody look something up for me real quick. Does the blue marlin spawn right now? Because I thought that one shadow looked extra large, like bigger than sea bass large. Does the blue marlin spawn right now? Should I be looking out for that? So long, Buttfart. What's up with the eels, man? There's so many eels. There's so many eels right now. What time are we in? This is July 11 p.m. The rain brought the eels out. Man, you ain't kidding. July to September all day. Okay, so there is blue marlins. All right, because I was like, that one of those shadows in the ocean, I was like, that looked big. But then again, sea bass shadows also just look big. So it could have just been that. But I was like, I'm like, that might be bigger. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's obvious, though, if it's bigger than a sea bass. Maybe. Maybe it's obvious. I'll be on the lookout for it, though. Because that's another rare thing that I have coming up, just not for right now. Probably for sometime in August. See, like, that's a sea bass. I know that's a sea bass. I'm going to catch it under the understanding that it's a sea bass, but, you know, we'll call it a heat check. We'll say, like, let's just, you know, like, looking at something that's 20 feet away to reset your eyes, right? To make sure that you're, you know, you just gotta, like, stop and focus on something else just for 1 second. Like, I know I'm trying to get the, yeah. Which, by the way, I should do that. What is the rule? How does it go? Like, every 20 minutes, look at something that's 20 feet away for 20 seconds? The 20-20-20 rule? Is that what it is? I'm doing that right now, in case you're wondering. Because my eyes strain. My eyes get strained really easily, as you'd imagine from somebody who works from home and has to read your small text on my screen, which means you are personally responsible every time you post a chat message. That's small text on a screen. You're making my eyes worse. I should sue you. See, I think that was a sea bass, but no, I don't know. Hey, Dagnel, I got my first job a couple of days ago. Hey, nice. Congratulations. I feel like oarfish are half of every fish that I get when they're available. Lucky you, those are like 10 grand. That's not... in the middle of a stupid lake, man. I hate when they're in the middle of the lake. Another eel. This is unbelievable. This is unbeal... evable. $5,000. Over here. Simply make chat bigger on screen, no more small text to focus on. I mean, no, because first of all, you would bully me. Because I've seen how you guys are when your parents need to make the text bigger on their phone to read your text messages. You always give them shit for it. And second of all, that would make it so that I can't see as many chat messages because they're all, like, big and blown up. I don't want to be... I don't think I could do that. That's an acknowledgement that I'm elderly. As soon as I start to make the text bigger on my phone, that's an acknowledgement of my failing body. My aging, failing, frail body. And I refuse to do that. It's a pride thing. Thanks Gloss Galore for the 12 months, and Galileo's Neptune for the 39 months. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. My phone is at 200% scale, and I'm literally 19. I'm not going to clown on you. I think that that's fine. If you find your phone easier and more accessible to use, then why should anyone have anything smart to say about it, you know? I'm just saying... You probably get razzed by your pals for that, don't you? I can just tell. You probably get some shit for that. Helps them live a little easier. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Hell, I might do it once I get over the pride that I feel, or well, the hit to my pride of having to admit that I need to make text larger on my devices. Once I can get over that, I'll do it. I don't give a shit. Razz me. Hell, I might even change the text to Comic Sans. I might. Or some awful default phone installed font. That's one thing that gets me, man, is when people change the default font on their phone to something that is like... It might be aesthetic, but it's so hard to read. Maybe it's cutesy and quirky, but when it makes it hard to read, I'm like, man, I can't do that. Oh, but, like, whatever, it's not my phone, so, like, who cares, right? But, like, oi, oi, oi. I wish people would stop using the word aesthetic. Yeah? What are you gonna do about it? You gonna kill me? You gonna shoot me in my fucking butt? What are you gonna do? Yeah, are you gonna shoot my butt about it? Fine, shoot my butt. I don't care. Just shoot my fucking butt for it. I don't care. I'm done caring. Is this big? It's probably sea bass big, but... Yeah. There's no other word than aesthetic, though. I mean, there kind of is, but, like, still, sometimes it is an apt word. I don't know why somebody would get so crestfallen. That's a good one. I don't know why somebody would get so crestfallen about using the word in the correct manner, even if it is an overused word. No, I'm just kidding. I understand why somebody would do that, because I've done that. Maybe aesthetic just hasn't done that for me yet, though. I do kind of hate... Maybe not aesthetic as the word itself, but I hate when people try to label something as, like, a blank aesthetic. For example, somebody puts, like, Nickelodeon orange... Somebody, like, paints the walls of their room, like, Nickelodeon orange, and then they, like, splatter, like, green slime on it, and they're like, look, it's 90s aesthetic. That's not 90s aesthetic. Nickelodeon was not even doing the slime in the 90s. I think that's very much solidly a 2000s thing. Second of all, that's a Nickelodeon aesthetic. That's not even a 90s aesthetic. People have a hard time distinguishing what is a 2000s, a 90s, and for that matter, a 2010s aesthetic. So it's not the aesthetic part, it's the fact that you think that something is like a 90s aesthetic when you're like making it look like Arnold's room from Hey Arnold. No, a 90s aesthetic is a couch with a plastic covering over it, walls that were once egg white but are now sort of yellow from cigarette smog. That's a 90s aesthetic. '80s and '90s gets mixed up too? Yeah, probably. They probably all do. It's almost like we didn't all live the same childhood, no matter what era we grew up or something. I don't need a sweet fish, right? If I do, it's so easy to get another one. I very much don't think I do need one. Definitely think I've donated it. Hey, you're a sea bass, I know, but I'm wasting so much time catching things I don't need, but I gotta keep the fishing muscle memory going. I think the 90s were forest green. I don't remember anything from the 90s. So, I couldn't tell you. I could not honestly even tell you. Ooh, that was bad. Ooh. I thought the 90s were plaid. The 90s, at least like the early 2000s, what part of it I remember was kind of plaid. And honestly, I don't even think that like the 2000s itself was an era. I feel like there's an era... I feel like the era is divided between, like, 2008. I think '08, anywhere between 2006 to 2008 was the divide between what I consider the 2000s and after the 2000s. You know what I mean? '08. Everything seemed to change in '08. That's more the divide than the simple, like, 99 to 2000 divide. 99, to me, and 2000 are not much different. But 2000 and 2008, that's a different, entirely different world. That's a whole different world. You might as well be living on another planet. '2000s are currently back in style. I wonder what the 10s will come back around. I think it'll be soon. I think we're going to go back to wearing smaller glasses. Like, we're going to go back to those, like, rectangular, small 2010s glasses. I think that we're going to go back to wearing, I think the era of mom jeans is probably in its last few years. I think that we're going to go back to, like, skinny jeans, maybe in the 2030s. I think that we're already starting to begin the trend of wanting to use older phones with, like, keyboards and shit rather than touchscreen ones. I think that one's already beginning. Excuse me. Are you not... Are you... the bravest man has logged on. What the hell? Did you not... I guess he ignored it twice? That's weird. '2016 Tumblr girl? Yeah. I do feel like I have heard more about Tumblr lately than I had for the past several years before this. So maybe that's already coming back. I mean, you do have flip phones again. That's true. I'd be seeing commercials for flip phones every day. Then again, it's just like a phone that you unfurl into a larger phone. It's hardly a flip phone in the sense that you flip it up and there's a keyboard, like one of them old Blackberries or something. It just goes from, like, phone to iPad now. So, I don't know how much I'd call it a flip phone, so much as I would call it, like, a hybrid iPad. Those are two fish on the other side. I don't think either of them are Arapaima, but I don't know. They're trying to make a MySpace return. I feel like they've already tried to make a MySpace return a couple of times, and I don't think that either time it really stuck. Hey, stop! It's not an Arapaima, but I don't know. What if it's a Dorado? I need something that actually tests my mustard, you know? Something that really tries to get me, you know? Yeah, something like that. What do they call it when, like, your muscle atrophy? When you sit there and you don't use your muscles and they just kind of deteriorate? That's me with fishing. I need to keep my brain sharp. I gotta keep my reactions sharp. I gotta... When you go long periods without catching something, you gotta stay sharp. Otherwise, I'll atrophize. Is that a word? Editor Dagnel, can you check that one for me? Thank you. I don't want to wait for Editor Dagnel. Is that a word? Everyone thank Editor Dagnel for his work. Fuck that guy. Sucks. Hey man, come on now. Guy's an asshole. No, seriously. You don't know him like I know him. You think you know him, but you don't. No, I know that guy. Certified grade A piece of shit. What the fuck did Editor Dagnel do to you? His edits suck, and he's not funny. I do all the hard work. I'm the one who's out here working for 100 hours, maybe, on these challenges, and his ass just sits around, does nothing. Like, oh, I don't want to work today. I don't want to edit today. I'm out here. I'm doing the work. Ooh. Scary. This will test our... This will test our abilities here. This is a good test. But, I mean, the real test is trying to find a place to put the stupid bobber. Because he's sandwiched so perfectly between these two cliffs. Like, I can't... Oh my god, and I just scooched him even further down there. Alright, we gotta reassess the situation here. We gotta go about this in a whole different manner. And he's gone. He's not gone. He must be somewhere. There he is. Little turd. No, don't go back into your nook, man. There we go. Oh, I got him. I thought I was so late on that. Damn it. Hammerhead. Poop! Sorry for the language, man, but that... Just poop, man. I need the regular one. It's 50-50 chance. Whatever, we did it, though. We caught it. That's a good... That's a morale boost. I thought I was pretty late on that, too. I had to be, like, not too many frames away from missing that thing. That's what happens when you drag my boy Editor Dagnel. He had no influence over that situation. Put the villager in a little terrarium with sticks and leaves and feed him mealworms. That's for you, by the way. That bell tolling, that's for you. May the rapture be upon ye. God have mercy. No, I'm not gonna feed him worms. If you were to do drag, would you go by Dagnel? Yeah, we have established that as my drag name. How could it not be, right? It's too easy. Then again, if I wanted to get creative, you can get pretty intense with some drag names.
Hi Dag.
Hi.
Popping in to say absolutely loving watching the VODs for this when I'm home from work. First time I've been home to actually watch the stream. Been so helpful while I'm not very well. Hope all is well. Smile.
Smile. Thank you, Absolute Unit, for the 100 bits. I'm glad the streams are helpful. My drag name is Misbehaving. That's a good one. Some of them you can, like... I mean, like, Alaska Thunderfuck 5000. If somebody can go out there and call themselves Alaska Thunderfuck 5000, I could go out there and call myself damn anything I want. I could take the easy route of being Dagnel, yes. If I really wanted to get creative with it, if I wanted to add some, you know, some real goulash to it, I could be like Butthole Slayer if I really wanted to. And nobody would, like, they'd be like, yo, you Butthole Slayer? I'd be like, yep. And I feel like that would be, like, mad casual. Everyone would be, like, pretty chill about it. 5000 part of that name, by the way. Well, yeah, I kind of picture it like a robot, you know, or like an invention. Average drag name, yeah. Sometimes I'm wondering if they're playing, like, drag name or come up with the most disgusting combination of words possible. Which, to be clear, I love it. I feel like that could be like a board game or something. Butthole Surfers band name? Yeah, that's a good one. Band name or drag name? Butthole Surfers. If you didn't know any better, I could see why you'd be confused on that one. I'm not scared, Beetle. Or like Chumbawamba, or whatever the fuck they are called. I feel like Chumbawamba could be another good one. Bum. Oh, I was a little early on that. I apologize. Weezer? There's nothing weird about the name Weezer, right? Not that weird. Selena S. Titties was on this season of Big Brother. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. I just noticed the beautiful constellation in the sky. I didn't. It's cloudy as hell today. An overcast Oliver over here. That's not big. It looks almost like long, you know? Not like eel long, but longer than a sea bass. But I think that's just kind of like the angle that you look at it at or something. Yeah. Long John. Dude, Long John Silvers, I feel like would be kind of a crazy drag name. I feel like Long John Silvers, if you were like tall and you had like gray hair, Long John Silvers. Gotta be careful with the corporations. Oh no, they're gonna sue. Dude, is Long John Silvers even have enough money to sue somebody? Honestly. I don't think they have money. I think they have $0. I don't ever see a damn person at that store. I don't ever see no advertisements for it on TV. Who says I really could go for some Long John Silvers right now? And they rub their belly. Could really go for some LJS. Are they still in business? Pretty sure. Are we real? I don't know what Long John Silver's is. It's an American fast food establishment that specializes in seafood. Which I'm not even saying that I wouldn't find something that I'd enjoy at Long John Silver's. I'm just like, I don't crave Long John Silver's like I crave a quarter pounder with cheese, you know? I would not go there. I would go to a proper seafood restaurant if I really wanted seafood, you know? I'm a fan of the Long John Silver's KFC combo. Is Long John Silver's owned by Yum? That would explain why they are still in business. I'm pretty sure Yum could keep Long John Silver's in business until the earth explodes. Are they a chippy? Translating. I'm trying to translate your British tongue. Yeah, I think they're a... I don't know. Maybe? What does that mean? It's a chip shop. Well, they do more than chips. They do fish. They might have fish and chips. Coelacanth. But imagine, though. Old people love Long John Silver's. In my experience, do you know what the fast food joint that old people love the most? Indisputably, the old person fast food establishment? Chick-fil-A. Look up the average age of patrons of all the different fast food establishments. I think that you would find Chick-fil-A is the highest on average. I don't know if that data is available. I doubt it. Privacy concerns. But still. No, it's not. I think it is, though. Wendy's? A lot of people are saying Wendy's. I think it's Chick-fil-A. Speaking to my own experience, my mom loved Chick-fil-A. She would always take me out to lunch for Chick-fil-A. And when I went there, guess what I saw? Geezers. That's an Arapaima. Or maybe a Gar, because it's near the lake. I don't know. I'm gonna lock in either way here. Oh, bastard. I gotta lock in. Ooh, tried to get me. Nice, dude. Nice, 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 nice. Please swap it. Oh, yeah. Give me the angelfish. Alright. Now just the shark. Let's go. So now I don't have to look at the river. At all. So we're good on that. So we're just looking for the shark. Alternatively, the blue marlin. Because that is available as well, but... not as necessary. Can never tell. Huge shadows. He would rather swim half into the cliff than... Okay. He head too big for he goddamn cliff. I think this is sea bass, to be clear. Alright, yep. No, I knew it's a sea bass, actually. That's why I missed it. Of course. Oh, you know what? Cracker Barrel... I don't consider Cracker Barrel fast food, though. Cracker Barrel's a sit-down joint. Cracker Barrel's a sit-down joint. I do enjoy me some Cracker Barrel, though. Nothing hits like Cracker Barrel breakfast when you're, like, traveling, you know? Telling you, man, nothing like it. If you go to a fish or chip restaurant here in England, it's like surfing a silver sea trying to find a table. Well, I bet. You're an island. It's like, you're all over the place. There's fish everywhere. It's kind of the case here, but only along the coasts, as you might imagine. Alright. I used all my fishing skill to get the Arapaima. I'm going to go run it over to the museum now. Save the room in my inventory. What's up, Kokoroko? Waffle House is better? Waffle House is pretty good, but... I don't know, I haven't had it enough. I only had it, like, I think 2 times total. You might think a fish this big might not be appetizing, but it's simply delicious. The Arapaima used to be abundant, but overfishing has sadly made them rare. So why are you eating them, shithead? One has to wonder how many species must suffer to satiate the world. That's actually so true, though. I mean, you are saying, like, oh, man, it's so fucked up how many of these things we fished up. Nature is cruel. Humans are cruel. Also, they're fucking delicious, by the way. I mean, hey, though, but if you ever get the chance to have one, boy, is it tasty. Lather's hungry as fuck in this game. I just hear thunder. Okay, I just heard thunder. You're gonna think this is silly, but I just heard thunder outside. I'm gonna save the game in case my power goes out. I do not want to have to get the Arapaima again. Or all the bugs that I got. Well, it's just the scarab beetle, right? Yeah, no, like, because this did happen a couple of streams ago. I didn't lose anything that significant, but I don't want to take the chance. It's not raining. It doesn't look windy, but and you know what? I don't even know if it was thunder. It was pretty faint. I know it's supposed to rain today. It might have just been like a loud, like, I don't know, truck or something. But you know what? I ain't taking the chance. Let me actually see. Is there storms rolling in? It does say it's gonna start raining at 3. It doesn't say storms, though. Yeah, whatever. I'm not chancing it. Is this a real thing? In Germany, this is barely an issue? Is what barely an issue? Rain? Or more specifically, my power going out? Yeah, I mean, energy companies tend to be about the most dysfunctional and corrupt thing over here in the United States, but and like the infrastructure is very old and antiquated and it's prone to just failing from high winds and shit. But I don't know, is that not normal? Not frequently, but it happens. I mean, I'll tell you, like, I know a lot of places that are probably worse. I think that when you deal with, like, I don't know, go to like Florida where they get like hurricanes and shit, and it's like, I don't know if there's any country's grid system that can stay perfectly functional through like a hurricane, you know? Oh, why am I looking in the river? I don't need anything in the river. It's just sharks. Stupid. It's like, I don't think any country's infrastructure can handle like a hurricane rolling through, so. Power going out's a pretty normal occurrence. Yeah, Florida thunderstorms or like, I mean, anywhere can get strong storms. I remember when I was in California, we had P, G, and E. Anyone who lives in California loves those letters. P, G, and E. And they were ass. P, G, and E. They're terrible. Pacific Gas and Electric. They would just... First of all, it was crazy expensive, but that's pretty normal for California. And they would, like, power would go out, service sometimes would not be restored. I remember the longest power outages I've ever faced were in the brief time that I was in California. It was only like 3 years I lived there. But I can remember, like, the longest power outages of my life being when I lived there in that brief time. Because I swear that shit would stay off for, like, 2 days sometimes. Hello, Dagman. How goes the day? The day's okay. I had SDGE, and our power never went out. Well, la-dee-da. And your weather is perfect. And you got the Padres. Yo. And you got the Chargers. Oh, wait. Oops. And you got Dean Spanos. Oh, fart. Cry me a river. In SoCal during the summer, we get real high. wins, and the power companies would need to shut off power since the lines would break off and cause fires. Yeah. Yeah, that happens too. Where are the sharks, man? I'm watching you at work. Don't tell my boss. Why would I tell your boss when that would mean one less loving patron of my stream? If you get fired, not only is that one less viewer for my stream, without a source of income, you have no way to monetarily support the stream. I mean, that would just be bad business. I'm no snitch, either. There's a multitude of reasons why I wouldn't tell your boss. I'm watching in my room, don't tell my bed. Okay, man, it's gonna be a nasty little conversation that you have to have with it, though, when you get back. You enter your bedroom after I end stream, and your bed is like, where were you? And you're like, oh, I was just out at the shops. Yes, I was out at the shops, the marketplace. You said you'd be back at 4. It's 5:30. Oh, you know, like the lines, they were long. It was crazy. It was crazy. You were on the couch, weren't you? No. What are you talking about? Don't be ridiculous. What are you talking? No. You were watching Dagnel stream on the couch today, weren't you? No, what are you talking? What? It was just once. It's just once. It's just one time. Hey, come on, baby. You know I would never. You know I'd never. Come on now. You know I love watching it on you more than anything. Couch is stupid. I'm leaving. No, honey, come on. Where you going? It's just one time. You're making me scared to go back to my room. You should. Do you guys know there's a hurricane called Hurricane Lala? It's actually very devastating, and it's not worth joking about. Lala. Number one reason I don't own a couch? Dude, you gotta get a couch, man. Even just a shitty one. Nothing better than be able to sit in your living room and watch some television. I don't know why I keep catching sea bass, thinking that they're, like, if it's a blue marlin, man, I think you'll know. Alright, stop. If I was looking for a coelacanth, I get it, because they're the same size, but no, come on now. You're not testing your ability either with a sea bass. It's really not hard to catch. Like, just cool it. And the bed is taking the kids. Oh, not the kids. What? No. What? Can't we do 50-50? I'm saying dang it and stuff to the sea bass. Alright, chill, man. I don't like it either, but it doesn't deserve all that. That's very unnecessary. GG on the purple pansy. Thank you. That was a few streams ago at this point, but thank you. Or you're saying like GG because of how handsome I look with it. Because I will not lie. I am looking about as cute as a button right now. Gotta say, though, I've never seen a button that looks very cute. I don't really know where that expression came from. See, like, I don't know why that... It's probably just a sea bass again, but whatever. It is. It totally is. I'm looking at it again, and I'm like, it's the sea bass. Come on now. Or a coelacanth, on the very small chance. I did miss it, genuinely. I was trying to get it. Honestly, the fishing's not been good today. I got very lucky I got the arapaima. The two things that I've needed to catch, the fin fish, which didn't end up being what I wanted, but I still got it, and the arapaima, I've at least, like, clutched up when I needed to, you know? I'm playing this on DS and on Wii U. Oh, a Nintendo DS. Sorry, my face itches. Just shaved and all that. Oh, you know what? Somebody said something that reminds me. I don't know where the context of this comment was, but somebody said, I love Red Velvet so much, but I cannot do state fairs. It's state fair season. Or it's like county fair season. It's fair season. I should go to a fair this year. They're always like an August, September thing. I should go to the fair this year. There was always a really big fair where I grew up called the Crawford County Fair in Pennsylvania. That was, if you're ever in the area for that time, that's a poppin' fair, man. I didn't even grow up in Crawford County. People who lived in my county would go to, they'd say, fuck my county state fair, or county fair. Crawford County has the, they had, like, big country artists and shit, too. It's, like, it's poppin', dude. My county fair was lame. We went, like, the county below us to be like, no, that's where it's at. Ever heard of the Washington County Fair? There's probably, like, 50 Washington counties, one for every state, so... No, not particularly. They had damn Toby Keith come by one time. And that was like my favorite country artist growing up. I was like, God damn. They got the Keiths through here? I would never ride a ride at a county fair, though. I will be honest with you. Somebody said, in one of my past lives, I died because of the fair, but it wasn't a ride. It was from eating a parasite. Are you sure? Because it might have been the ride. Them things are very unsafe. I don't trust them things. I would not go on a ride at a fair. I value my life too much. I go on all the rides? Man, you are a wild card. There's no stopping you, man. Why do you not get scared? Stupid. I go on fair rides. If I die, it wasn't meant to be. See, that makes it seem like you have almost like a... Like you're playing out the course of your life, and it's already like pre-written and scripted, and in that script you die on a fair ride. I think that my life is being written as we speak. I like to think, I don't know. That's just me, though. That sounds really American. Yeah, dude, it sounds super American to have, like, a fair where you celebrate local agriculture. Because people bring in, like, all their, like, animals and shit. Local food vendors come by, and they serve food, and there's fair rides, and there's games. Yeah, that absolute blast of a time sounds so American. You're right. How dare we? You guys really don't have fairs? Fairs are fun. I hope you, I don't know. I hope you have some alternative that's enjoyable. Having a good time is purely an American thing. Apparently, man. I was answering a comment about eating fried Oreos. Oh, yeah. Okay, fried Oreos are absolutely... fried random shit is absolutely an American/fair thing. Yeah, that's true. You get, like, fried Oreos and shit at fairs. I've tried them before as well. It's not bad. I would rather just have a regular Oreo, but it's not bad. I'm also not a huge funnel cake guy. Another staple fair food. Or like an oversized tray of the greasiest French fries imaginable. All these are very classic fair food staples. You're a sea bass, I'm pretty sure. On first sight, it was like, maybe it's bigger. Honestly, even now, I'm like, is this bigger? Even now, I'm not so sure. Where'd you go? Yeah, alright. It looked bigger, right? I don't know. 18-inch corn dogs? Dude, yes. Actually, that's not even a fair food, because we used to get corn dogs for school lunch. They were like little corn dog bites. I'm sure that they got them in bulk from like the frozen section of BJ's Wholesale or whatever. Yo, BJ's mentioned! Remember those Octagon pizzas and Bosco sticks? Octagon pizzas and Bosco sticks. No, not I've had round pizza, I've had square pizza, I've had triangle pizza. I've not had octagonal pizza before. And I don't know what the hell Bosco sticks are. I love square pizza. Square pizza's pretty good. Dagnel pizza. Yeah, you don't want that, though. You don't want that. No. I don't want that. I don't know. Probably just another sea bass, but I thought, again, one of these times I'm going to be wrong. That's why I bank on. That's why I catch these sea bass, because I'm like, one of these times I'm going to be wrong about this being a sea bass. But I just feel like it'll be obvious, you know? I feel like it'll be obvious if it's not. If it's a blue marlin, if it's bigger. What's got that lanternfly all, like... That's its, like, warning position. What's got you fucked up, man? Calm down. He's, like, in defense mode. Chill. He's bugging, dude. He's just straight up like, nah. They usually sit with their wings, like, tucked in. He is stanced up, dude. He's ready to kick my ass. Y'all missing out on dodecahedron pizza? I might be, man. Whoa, see, that's what I'm saying. It'll be obvious. It'll be obvious. It will be obvious. All these sea bass. Fuck! Alright, but that's reassuring because I knew immediately that that was bigger than a sea bass. So now if I'm ever like, oh, that might be a sea bass. No. Get it out of there. You let him get away? I mean, it's a pretty hard fish to get, alright? I haven't missed too many fish from being too slow. But... Frankly, I'm surprised it hasn't happened more. Now shut up, I have to focus. Hmm? Damn it! Oh! Come on, man. It's 50-50. Oh. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Redemption Day. 134. That's crazy. That was 3 fish of interest in like a minute or two, when we went like half an hour before that without seeing anything. That's how it is, though, man. That's how it is. All I can say is thank you, game. Let me run that over real quick. Not to the store. This hour has a good soundtrack. It does. How much longer do we have of it? Oh, still about half an hour. Imagine you accidentally clicked release. That's why I want to donate it, so that if I do catch something else... Well, I'll probably end up catching something else that I need, or that I don't need. But whatever. Let's just get it out of here. Let's just ensure its safety by putting it in the museum. Like, I can't accidentally do anything. Like selling it or releasing it on accident. Let's put it safely away. To be honest, this is the first time I've seen a proper blue marlin. As you can see, its bill is quite dangerous. Every year, people are injured by them. Still, how can one complain? If you were to drag me out of the museum one night, I assure you I would give you a pecking you'd not soon forget. That's pretty funny. You know, his beak, speaking of pecking, his beak looks more suited for, like, seeds and shit, doesn't it? Doesn't that look like a beak that's more for, like, seeds? Like, or getting, like, shit out of fruit or something? That doesn't really look like one where you would eat small vermin, as you might expect an owl to do. You know? Just saying. Just an observation. Hey, that's just an observation. Not criticizing. Just an observation. Hey, don't hate me. Yeah, it's not hooked enough, right? Maybe he's vegetarian. Is Blathers adopted? Many people are asking. Now we're only looking for finfish. Which, obviously, you will know when they're a finfish. You don't have to ask. You don't even have to think or wonder. He could be pescatarian, considering how he's always talking about eating fish. That's true. I suppose he's also, like, pretty civilized, all things considered. He probably just does not need to catch little rodents, you know? I mean, he probably eats with, like, a fork and a knife, right? So maybe evolutionarily, he's just devolved his beak back to, like, you know, seed-eating form. Through many years of civilized society, owls are now no longer on the prowl. They're just kind of, like, eating at TGI Fridays and shit, you know. Should probably sell stuff in your inventory to make more room. Well, the store's closed. It is like 12:30 at night. I didn't mean to catch that. Can you not bang on the door and Nook will open? No, that's not even Animal Crossing for the GameCube. That's the Japanese exclusive Animal Forest E+. Is the only version that you can do that. I was convinced for a little bit that you could do that in this game when I was a wee child, but no, sadly not. Why always in this spot with these things, man? Why do they only spawn here? Get over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes! Yes! We are done with July. Alright, we're moving on. That was just not bad, dude. Really not bad at all. Arapaima and the shark, that's not... And getting the blue marlin, too. Man, that was just not bad. Alright. Talk about what we want in August after this. Shark flesh is often used in processed seafood products. As such, you might wonder why it isn't grilled like other fish, am I correct? Well, shark tends to reek of ammonia, you know, and that is not good. Alright. That means that we are on to August, where we only need a couple of things. Oh! Remember when I caught the sweet fish, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I already caught the sweet fish. I don't think I need to donate it. I don't know if I can find that in footage, because it was just kind of a random little thing. But, we did need the sweet fish. It was actually one of the 2 things that we need in August. And I said to myself, well, if I need that, then it's fine, because they're not hard to get. Well, it's time to pay the piper now. Because we need, among other things, in August, the evening cicada, the pond skater, the walking stick, and the mosquito, along with the black bass and the sweet fish. So, most of those we've already got, as you can see. However, yeah, I did need the sweet fish. For some reason in my head, I was like, I already got that. I'm half tempted to go and get one right now to make up for... Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, have to... Because I know I can find them now. I already did. They're probably so common, man. Like, I could probably just go to August and make it easier on myself. But I almost feel like the need to make up for that fact by getting one now before I move on. In an effort to, like, do it properly. So I'll just scan the river real quick. And see. They're small. So we're looking for something that's... What's up with the eels are actually insane right now. Is like something about the rain or something? I don't know. It's really weird. It's another eel, dude. What the heck? I mean, those things are worth like $3 grand, are they not? That's pretty good money. I hate it when I face the consequences of my own actions. Hey man, I acknowledged it. I was like, I might be screwing up here, but... Whatever. It's better the sweet fish than, like, a lot of other fish. Whatever. I'll get it in August. I don't care. We'll move on. August 7th at 5 p.m. Hello, Maple. Repent for my mistake. Luckily, the store will be open now, too. So I can sell my stuff. August 7th, 5 p.m. Wow, 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 wow. Gonna have some weeds here to deal with, but that's fine. I think the hardest fish that we have ahead of us, honestly, I'll look at my spreadsheet before I say anything definitively. But I gotta say, man, I think we are through the worst of the fish. And the bugs, for that matter. I think we're through the worst of it. Off the top of my head, I know we still need a stringfish, because we haven't been in wintertime yet to get that. There's the evening cicada. And for bugs, like, I don't really know what scares me as far as remaining bugs. What? How the heck did that not catch that? Are you kidding me? I mean, they're common, so, like, who cares? But honestly, my pride is hurt more than anything. 136. Evening cicada. That's all I needed for bugs right now. Now just the sweet fish, which, again, we already got. Now we gotta get another one. Is that Cyrano I see? Ah, it's actually so nice how bright and orange it is. I enjoyed the nighttime while we were there, but seeing the daytime is quite refreshing. We also got our fossils, and we're gonna have some gyroids to have to sift through as well. Someone just slammed the door outside. You ever, like, somebody slams a door and you can feel, like, the air pressure changing around you? It, like, almost, like, pops your ears or something? Yeah, old door slammer over here. Hi, Dagnel. First time watching a stream. I just finished my first day of classes at college. Hey, congratulations. First day of classes on a Sunday is crazy. The evening cicadas' cry can be heard in the morning and at night, typically. Strangely enough, if the weather is poor, they cry during the day as well. I suppose they only remain active in cool weather. Fickle little beast. I thought he said the F word there. Because I saw fickle. I don't know why. I thought he said fuckle. And I'm like, Blathers, you young man, go to your room right now. I thought he said a swear word. Because it was in, like, the periphery of my vision. And I'm sorry, a word that has F blank CK, I don't think fickle. I think fuckle. I thought he said fuck. I don't think he would say fuck, to be clear. Celeste, absolutely. But not Blathers. But any man can be pushed to his limits, you know? Do things that he may regret. Could you imagine? Probably not, because this game would absolutely not have an E rating if they, even in such a specific scenario as donating the evening cicada, slipped a swear word in there. There's no way the ESRB and Hillary Clinton would find that acceptable. Ooh, another little Boondocks donation is on the way. Boondocks is about to get some Chef Boyardee and some frozen TV dinners. Hillary Clinton? Hillary Clinton always was taking issues with video games back in the 2000s. To the point where in GTA 4, the Statue of Liberty, because it takes place in Liberty City, obviously a fictional city based on New York City, they made the Statue of Liberty Hillary Clinton as a way to mock her. So that's why I say that specifically. Another 100 grand for the boondocks here. There you go. Hey, thank me later. The Boondoxians are building a well, and you know what that means? Mud baths for all! On behalf of them, I thank you for your generosity. I was thinking like fresh water, or something like that. Or like throwing little coins into it and wishing for, you know, things. That's what I was thinking, personally. But hey, I'm crazy. Hey, another time frame means another Friday. And you know what another Friday means? Another painting. Rough childhood? Get over it. That's what the other part is. Rough childhood lacks adulthood. That doesn't seem right, but whatever. That's it, alright. Rough childhood, rough adulthood. What do we got this time? It's the woman with the milk. Yeah, you know the one. The quaint painting, as we all know it. Alright. We need that, so we'll give it a try. Run a prediction. Painting, real or fake? 1 minute. A smart cookie like me. Oh, you're just trying to... You're glazing me, Mom Donnie. Rough childhood, therapy. Red does not believe in therapy. Red thinks that by going to therapy, you are weak. You are admitting that you are not mentally strong enough to stay in the game. The game being life, of course. Alright, we gotta get the sweet fish, but I'll give it like one pass by the river before we go to the museum and try to donate that painting. I'll give one little looky poo. I should also look for an axe. Does anyone remember when I peeped into Nook's store there if there was an axe available? I wasn't paying attention. Odds are you weren't paying attention either. That's fine. The paying attention brothers. Is that small or is that medium? I think that's medium, I want to say. Sweet fish will be small. Right on his head. Yeah. I missed it. Was there an artwork? Yeah. Ooh, pond skater in there. I thought that was a fish. 2 pond skaters. Alright, just a little... Whoa. Big boy. Alright, let me test my chops. Y'all mind if I test my chops real quick here? I gotta... Unless he flies under the bridge, then I'm not gonna worry about it. If he goes under the bridge, I don't care. Nope, he came out. I gotta test my chops here. But it's... The bobber's gonna go under the bridge and I have to go off sound, though. I gotta, like, almost keep casting it on his head so that he leaves... Ooh, Jesus. Hey, I got chops. I got chops. Chops had. Why can't I catch another one of those and not a sweet fish, though? Come on, now. I love the flower in your guy's hair. Very cutie patootie. He is a very big cutie patootie. I think I'll only speak for myself here, but I've really come around on this little-eyed freak here. His coif, it's endearing. His flower, it's charming. His smile, it's warming. His eyebrows, they're attentive. His nose, positively adorable. I like this guy. That's the sweet fish. size, anyway. And that's what we're looking for right there. He's a demure little fellow. He truly is. Come on, give me the sweet fish. Don't you swim away from me, young man. Or I'll give you the what for. Did your parents ever give you the what for as a kid? Nice. Alright. Made up for that. So we're done here. All that's left to do is get my fossils for today and check this artwork. And then we'll be moving on to a different time in August. Bum ba-dum ba-dum. Alright, moment of truth. I have to gamble manually. I say it's fake. How did the results shake out? I'll do the sweet fish first. I'll leave you guys on the edge of your seat in anticipation. This fish is hardly sweet, contrary to its name. It still tastes fishy. Indeed, if you expect some sort of lollipop in fish form, you'll be horrified. Alright, quaint painting. I think the last two have been fake, so come on. Nice. Real. 6 out of 20 paintings now. 74% said real. You guys must know something, because I think on the majority of you last time said fake and it was fake. And now a large majority said real and it was real. You guys must... You must know something. We're at 138, actually. That's 75% of the donations complete. 138 of 184. Overall, we're at 43 of 56 bugs, 45 of 56 fish. Thank you, Melody, for the new Prime. I appreciate that. And thanks, Ravi Ollie, for the new Tier 1. Appreciate it. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. So that puts us 75% of the way through the museum. And we're at 43 of 56 bugs, 45 of 56 fish, 44 of 52 fossils, and 6 of 20 pieces of art. So, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, I'll sell these and then we'll move on. Fossils? I said fossils. 44 or 52. That's 76.79% of bugs, 80.36% of fish, 84.62% of fossils, and 30% of art, in case you were curious. Let me check for an axe as well here, so I can chop down my palm trees. There is an axe. Nice. Wow, things are coming up Dagnel, I gotta say, man. Things are really coming up Dagnel. Not been paying attention, sadly, to spotlight items. I would hate to check the board and find that I missed one. Especially if it's... Well, I think it says what the spotlight item is when I'm on the board, so I'd sure hate to read that board and see that I missed out on a chance to get one of the two paintings that are spotlight items. That would really fry my ass, but... Yeah, I will be honest with you, I've not been paying very close attention to that. I have a feeling, and it's not a great feeling, because this is what happened in City Folk, and I remember it was a big pain in the ass. But I have a feeling that the last thing that we're going to need is one or both of the spotlight item paintings. And I'm just going to have to keep refreshing the days until I get one. And that's not very fun. At least when you're looking for a fish or a bug and it's taken a while, it's like, well, you're doing things, I don't know. But just refreshing the day over and over again, it's like, that's no fun. That's kind of boring. Is cussing allowed in this chat? Sure, man. What do you got to say? Bad day at work or something? Whoop! Alright, palm trees executed. Better make it good though, that's true. Make it worth my while. Not just angry at fucking YouTube. Oh man, I hear that one. I hear that one, my brother. I'm glad you got it out of your system, though. Everyone gets one curse word. How would I enforce that? That would be kind of fun. Everybody in chat gets to say one swear word per stream. You get one. And if you say more than one, you get timed out. Like, what would you guys... You have to think very carefully about what you'd want to use your one swear word on. Because if I saw somebody say, fuck you, Dagnel, in chat, I'd be like, not only would I be like, there's obviously the like, oh my gosh, what did I do? But there's also like the effect of that person used their swear word specifically to tell me, fuck you. Like that makes it hit extra hard, you know? Like that person said, I don't give a fart if I can only use one of these per day. I'm using it to tell this man that he is a fucking buffoon. It would really add a punch to your message, you know? It would really like make it resonate and hit home. I'd be like, damn, man, I really upset that person. Does buffoon count as a curse word? No, I wouldn't say so. Do I need that? Long locust? I don't think I've caught a long locust yet. Have I? Don't go to the water! I think I need that, do I not? I do need that. That was for September. Alright, cool. Long locust. 139. Does crap count as a curse word? No, if you can say it on Everybody Loves Raymond, it's not a curse word. And Frank was always saying crap on Everybody Loves Raymond. If you can say that word on a TV show that's on Nick at Night, it's not a curse word. That's the rule. Thanks, Wanna Trade, for the Prime. I appreciate that. Thank you. Enjoy your emotes and enjoy your ad-free viewing. Holy crap, Marie! He was always saying that. That Frank. Crazy character. I got sent to sit in the hallway in 2nd grade because I said, what the frick? It's kind of fair, to be honest with you. I don't know. I'm not a 2nd grade teacher, nor do I want to be one. But if I was, and one of my kids said, what... I mean, it depends on the context entirely. If I gave you your paper back and you got like a C on it and you were mad about it and you said, what the frick? I'd be like... Go. The hell's wrong with you? The disrespect. I didn't give you that C, you earned that C. Go sit outside. That's bullshit. It's not bullshit. That's absolutely not bullshit. It entirely depends on the context. If you were talking with your pals, and I overheard you say, what the frick, I would not care. That's fine. But if you said, what the frick to me? Child, that's disrespectful. It doesn't matter that you didn't say the F word. You disrespected me. It's like, yeah, don't say it at me. If you say it, like, whatever. You're gonna say and hear a lot worse than that. Even in the 2nd grade. But don't say it to me. Have some respect for your elders. At the very least. Well, nice you aren't a teacher, isn't it? Yeah, for a lot of reasons. Isn't it? Big thing in the 5th grade is someone scratched ass into the men's bathroom and the entire 5th grade boy's body got brought in and scolded for it. This was suburbia Midwest. How do you know it was a 5th grade? How do you know it was a 5th grade, though? Because there's no way the school is entirely dedicated to 5th graders. So who's to say that, like, an 8th grader couldn't have scratched it in there? Like, if it's a K through 6 school, I would think it's the 6th graders, most likely. What subject would you teach if you were a teacher? Probably nothing among the standard English, math, history, science. Probably none of those. Probably something a bit more, I don't know, artsy. I feel I must inform you that female long locust is much larger than the male. As such, I suspect the one you brought in is in fact a female specimen. I don't mind telling you it's not only bigger in size, but also in wretchedness. Then again, I suppose the males are quite wretched enough in their own right. My middle school had a 5th grade wing, so it had a 5th grade bathroom. Oh, interesting. My suburbia Midwest also had, I have to approve this message, by the way, which is not a good sign. That's not a good look for the kids in your school, that it's so bad I have to approve this message in my chat room. My suburbia Midwest also had kids write shit fuck bitch on the underside of a table, and kids got in trouble for looking at it. What, for looking at it? Wait, art schools K through 5, 6 through 8, 9 through 12? No, not necessarily. My grade school was kindergarten through 8th grade, which I only learned was unusual. Well, I don't even know if it's unusual, but I only learned that that wasn't universally the case when I moved somewhere else and they had a junior high school, which was specifically for grades 6 through 8. And that was weird to me because I'm like... Well, obviously, I was just used to, like, I was in the same school from the 2nd grade to the 8th grade. And then it's really weird because I had a school specifically for the 9th grade. And then my high school was actually only 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. There was 2 separate schools for the 9th graders and then the 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. And I have never seen that before anywhere else. That was something I had only seen where I lived. It was called the 9th Grade Academy, and it was basically just an offshoot of the high school, but a whole separate place, like a whole different campus. My mom worked at a K through 12 school. That's crazy, having kindergartners and 12th graders in the same school. That must be a giant school. Because it's not like it was 7 through 9, it was just 9th graders. It's really weird. 14-year-olds need extra surveillance? As opposed to 15, 16, and 17-year-olds? Patchy Skull. Already donated. Please? Like, middle school for me... Playso Torso. Already donated. Darn, 0 for 3. Like, middle school for me was in the same school as elementary school. I never really understood middle school, to be honest with you, because it always struck me as like an informal label for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I didn't know that schools were... There was actual middle schools. I thought they all just merged them in the same, and middle school was really just like a title, and junior high school, which I feel like middle school and junior high school are synonymous terms, because I feel like junior high is like 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, but that's also what I would consider middle school. It's really weird. I don't even understand it. I'm gonna use the bathroom before we move on here. I'll at least give you some outside music. Pretty sure middle school and junior high are the same thing. Yeah, maybe like junior high could like only be 7th and 8th or something, and middle school is 6th, 7th, and 8th, but still. All right, I'm gonna use the bathroom. Be right back. When we come back, we'll be in August at 9 a.m., where we're gonna get turnips from Joan. So if you're big, if you love hogs, then boy howdy, you're gonna get to see a hog real soon here. All right, be right back. If you had to teach a certain grade level, what would you teach? I think I would teach, like 8th graders. Oh god, one of these stupid mosquitoes. I'm sorry you had to listen to that. Hi, by the way. 8th graders is a bad option. Why? Look, I think that they're all bad options. I think being a teacher in the current society is a bad option. So, we're kind of looking for, like, the least worst answer, really. College level? I'm not smart enough for that. You gotta be like, I don't know, a big difference between, like, someone who teaches on high school and a college professor. 8th graders are vicious? I think they're all vicious, man. Are they not? Look, I think about how people acted when I was in 8th grade, and I think about how people acted when I was in high school, and I'm like, they're both of the age where they start to, like, act up, you know? But 8th graders, I don't feel like... Maybe like 7th or 8th graders. Or maybe 6th graders. I don't know. Somewhere in that range. I feel like they're all still, like, a little bit trying to find their place in the world. They haven't really found that confidence yet to, like... Maybe some of them for sure, but I feel like most of them are still trying to find the gall to be able to stand up to, like, the teacher's bullshit. Not that I would be giving them shit. But kids of that age aren't really rational, and what they might interpret as, like, me disrespecting them might just be me being like, yo, why didn't you do the homework last night? Eighth graders do nothing but act up? Come on, they probably also, like, pick their nose and shit. They probably also play on, like, the PlayStation. They probably do other things. I mean, acting like I wasn't an 8th grader at one point. I remember me, and I remember my class, and I remember thinking, like, I think that the teacher sets a tone, you know? It really depends on the teacher, as far as, like, how behaved the class is. Obviously, the teacher needs to lay down the law, but I feel like the teacher, like, from, like, the very first impression that you get of that teacher, you're like, oh, this is a no-nonsense guy. Like, he's funny, but he also takes no shit. And so you, like, behave, but you also have fun in that class, you know? Thanks, Supper Lass, for the 44 months. I was an entire menace during the 8th grade. Look, man. I mean, okay, first of all, for me, when I'm thinking of that question, I'm like, okay, automatically, preschoolers through 5th graders are out. Absolutely not. I'm not going to be responsible for, like, I don't know. That's when you have to worry about, like, a lot of, like, stuff that parents are worrying about. Like, this kid just crapped his pants. Like, kids are still crapping their pants up until, like, maybe the 3rd grade, I feel. Like, I don't want to have to deal with kids shitting themselves. That's not fun. It's funny, but it's not fun. So I don't want to have to worry about any of that. By the time that you're old enough to be in middle school, you are likely... the chances of you shitting yourself, they go way down. Alright? So I don't want to have to deal with that. So, old enough to not shit themselves regularly. Young enough to not have too much, like, puberty-related angst that they take out on their teacher. So, like, I feel like 6 to 8's the sweet spot, you know? The chance is never 0, of course, but, like, it's way less. And also, you gotta think about it. If a 7th grader shit their pants, they would not tell the teacher. They would rather do anything but tell the teacher, alright? So as far as I'm concerned, I don't care. You shit yourself, deal with it. So it's not really my problem, you know? Anyway, we're gonna move on to, still in August, but August 9th, that's a Sunday, at 9 a.m., where we're gonna buy turnips from Joan, and we're also gonna try to catch the walker cicada, the jewel beetle, for bugs, and the jellyfish and pufferfish for fish. That was also where we had the blue marlin, but we don't have to worry about that anymore, which is nice. Did you shit yourself in the 7th grade and deal with it without telling the teacher? No, luckily I never shit myself. I never defecated, urinated, or vomited in school anywhere that I shouldn't have. I can say that, I can wear that like a badge of honor. Reset clock. "9 a.m. That's PM, stupid. Whatever, it doesn't have to be on the spot. I was homeschooled, so I shat all over the floor at school a few times. Alright. Thank you. Alright. Walker cicada, jewel beetle, jellyfish, pufferfish. These are all near the ocean, and the fish that we need are all in the ocean. So let's just hang out here. What are we... sizes? Jellyfish and pufferfish are both small, so that's this size here. Jellyfish are very common. I would be kind of surprised if this wasn't one right here. Because during this very small time of the year... Oh, okay. During this very small time of the year, jellyfish are, like, 40% spawn chance or something like that. The catch being that they're only available for, I think, the first half of August. So they're everywhere, but then they're gone. So this is about the only time that we can get one of these. Okay, sure. They're super common, by the way. Resisting the urge to read any chat messages right now, because any of these fish that I need could be the jellyfish, and then I'd have to include it in the video. Do you guys have class trips at the end of high school? We had a senior trip, but I didn't go, because you had to pay for it. Super weird. You think that, like, the class trip at the end of school would be... You would at least be given, like, a stipend or something. But no, we had to pay. We went to Myrtle Beach. And we had to pay for it. Alright, hang on. I'm hearing... That's a robust and a brown cicada. That's not the walker cicada. The walker cicada is the one that, like, sounds like whistling. Did you have a 5th grade trip to DC? No, we didn't go to DC. We had an 8th grade trip. Because 8th grade's, like, you're going into high school. Like, that's kind of a big deal. That's tiny. Our 8th grade trip, we went to Kennywood, which is an amusement park in Pittsburgh. Hello, Jewel Beetle. And that's the harder between the two bugs that I need. So I'll take it. 140. Jewel Beetle. We went to Kennywood, man. Myrtle Beach is crazy. It's such a meh place. Well, I lived in a meh town, so it was actually kind of the shit to us, where the local tourist attraction was a Walmart. Oh, okay, sure. So, when you know, when you live in a sad place like ours, being in Myrtle Beach was like the coolest thing in the world. But still, I didn't go because it cost a lot of money, and a lot of the people that I knew also weren't going. Maybe it would have been a good time, but... Myrtle Beach, it is kind of true that it's not that great of a place. They call it Dirty Myrtle. Hey, you. Alright. So turnips we're going to use for ants. After we time travel past where we're at now, these turnips that we buy will rot. And then we'll get ants. White turnips, specifically. So I'll buy a couple stacks of these, and then we'll get an ant pretty easily next time we time travel. 20 bells? I didn't go to prom. I ended up bowling that night. I didn't go to prom either, and I didn't even bowl. That would have been way better than what I did, which was nothing. I think I was like, sick, day off. Hey, man. Just trying to catch you. Put you in a nice little aquarium for the rest of your life. What's wrong with that? Okay, dude. Fucking fuck me, I guess. I swear jellyfish are really common, but you wouldn't know. Based on any evidence you've seen so far.
Yo.
Okay. Thanks, Soulful Ginger, for the prime. I appreciate that. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. It's kind of ridiculous, man. It's It's a little bit stupid at this point. I promise you that... Whatever. Do I have it wrong where it's in the second half of August? I swear it is the first half of August. Do I have this wrong? Like, it's not, I'm starting to question now. Do I have this wrong? Okay, well, there's the pufferfish. That's nice. The jellyfish. How strange. I got the jewel beetle before I got the walker cicada. Weird. What the heck is that? That's huge. Probably another blue marlin, huh? Well, damn, if I needed the blue marlin right now, this would be great. Well, now it wouldn't be. Now I'd be really upset. I'd be inconsolable right now. You guys would probably see me crying on stream if I didn't already get one. But now I did, and I'm like, Second half. Late August, says the wiki. Dude, okay, because I was about to say something seriously strange here, right? Something is seriously strange here. The jellyfish are so common. Okay, so it's the second half of August, and I got it wrong. Alright, well, we'll get a walker cicada then, and then we'll go to the second half of August. On a Friday, so that we can get another painting as well. Okay, dude. I knew it was one or the other. I thought it was the first half when I made this. Well, I'm a numpty. I knew something wasn't right, because I was like, nah, you couldn't avoid catching a jellyfish, even if you tried. Walking shtick. These skaters aren't making noise anymore. Okay, I was about to say, like, is this bugged? Haha. Why aren't they making noise? Oh, I hear one. It's not this guy. That's the guy next to the penguin. If you scare that thing away, I will be sad. Beat it, bird. Alright, there we go. 141, walker cicada. And now, second half of August, and we'll get the jellyfish. We'll go to a Friday in the second half of August so we can get some more artwork. And our turnips will be spoiled at that point, so I guess maybe we could also get the ant as well. So let's do that. Have I already gotten all my fossils today? Does anyone remember? I don't think I did. I don't know if I found any of them, for that matter. Or I did and I already sold... Nah. So I guess we should also do that, too. All these horse mackerels. Don't show it off. Put that away. Oh, now I'm not facing the river, so I can't release it anymore. Yeah, dude. Really proud of his horse mackerel. Hang on. Sorry, I heard a maintenance guy outside knocking on someone's door and yelling, "Maintenance!" And I was wondering if it's my door. I don't think it was my door. I don't know why maintenance would be called. While there is like 100 things in this apartment that could be fixed, 0 of them will be actually fixed by maintenance, so I don't even bother anymore. Yeah, I should have one more fossil somewhere. Boy, put your damn horse mackerel away. Flopping yo horse mackerel around everywhere. Indecent. Anyone feeling indecent today? I think I'm quite decent. Maybe that's not up for me to judge, though. Thanks, Nova Loves, for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. Thank you. Someone's wicked pissed around here. Not particularly decent, or you are like, no, I'm really like pretty decent, I think. Is it indecent to be in pajamas all day? See, like on a Sunday, I would say no. I think that's perfectly decent. If you're like at the office though, then yeah, probably. Alright. Tree fossils. Get the jewel beetle. I'll get the bugs donated first. On my first day at my office job tomorrow, I'm so scaredy cat. Oh, you'll do great. Nobody works in an office anyway. I'm a nocturnal creature, so this color is rather a bit too bright for me. It's also the fact that I abhor bugs to consider. Blah! Loathsome thing. Yeah, no, you didn't really, like... You didn't really bury the lead on that. I did kind of know that. Pufferfish are tastier than they look, you know. Not at all rubbery. Just imagine if you can inflate them, then eat them. Pah! Delicious. That's just mean, dude. What the fuck? That'd be a hit with the kids. Dude, no. That would be horrifying. What are you talking about? Hey, kids, come see me pop. Inflate and then pop a live animal. Isn't that cool? Isn't that just swell, young ones? No. The hell is wrong with you? It's some, like, sadistic-ass shit. Depending on where you are in the world, the cry of the walker cicada changes. Who do they think they are, using dialects and whatnot? I mean, really? Who, but I digress. That would be indecent, I would say. That would be indecent. I would be willing to agree with that. I don't think we got a new fossil all day. Come on now. Iguanodon torso. That's already donated. How does Owl get the job, man? I wouldn't trust him to run a museum. It's actually funny, because he did talk about that a couple streams ago in some special dialogue he gave me where he talked about how he got this job. They opened up this museum and they didn't have a curator and nobody in town was qualified, so somebody offered it to him. I guess he must have been a star student. Archaeopteryx. That's how you say that, right? Yeah, I already know we donated that because I remember struggling to say that last time. Alright, 0 for 2. Just one fossil, man. Come on. Dimetrodon skull. Damn it. I think we're like 0 for 9 on fossils today or something. That's good though, right? We're done? Let's split these turnips. Oh, I can't split the turnips. What? I thought you could split them. Oh, rats. Oh well. He's not into your bones, unfortunately. No, I think he's into them. It's just like, they're not new. He says as much. He's like, man, if I had the money, I would buy this straight up from you. I'd grind it into bone dust and snort it. Have vivid imaginations of the 2000 movie Dinosaur. That was one of the movies I remember really liking as a kid, but I don't think I could watch it no more because I'm like, it probably looks like shit. And it probably is shit. It's like Spy Kids, man. I don't think I could. I don't think I have the stomach to watch that anymore. There was a time in my life where that movie was made for me, but that time is no more. Oh, I gotta keep checking for spotlight items. I mean, he would have announced that there was a spotlight item if there was a spotlight item, but still, I gotta like think about it. I gotta get it like, I gotta normalize the thought of checking that in my head. Alright. Are we done with things on trees? Hang on, I'll check that in a second here. We might be able to cut down trees. I don't know, before I do anything rash. Oh, the whole hey-ho family! Hey! Let me guess. That's not all of them. Oh, how did I know? Oh, look at it! Oh, there's a whole fucking another colony underneath the moon. There, get out of here. Is there more? Boy, they just keep popping out everywhere. Jesus! Jeez Louise, get out of here. Boy, there's still some under there. Is that it, though? Come on now. That's 10 cockroaches, man. Ridiculous. Let me check something really quick. Of the remaining creatures that we need, do any of them need trees to spawn? Migratory locust, mantis, grasshopper, ant, cricket, bell cricket, monarch butterfly, orchid mantis, red dragonfly, dung beetle. No. So that means we can cut down all the trees. Wow. We're done with all the trees. Let's ruin this town. Is that worth your time? To cut down the trees? To help make the things that I still need spawn better? Yeah. I mean, not all those things that I listed are super rare. But, I mean, the dung beetle I feel like could cause issue. The orchid mantis could cause issue. The migratory locusts, maybe. I mean, if it saves, like... I mean, it's only going to take a few minutes to cut these down. There was another axe at Nook's I remember seeing, so... It'll only take a few minutes to get all these chopped. And if that saves me just a few minutes looking for one of those bugs, that's already worth it. I hope this thing can do it without needing another axe, but we'll see. It's already sort of... It's already looking a bit shit. I did leave quite a few trees, because that's what the Bugs speedrun guide recommended. Jeez Louise. That axe is about to bite it? Nah, I think I think I can get the rest of them. I think I can get the rest of them. Watch. I was really hoping that that would break on the first swing. That would have really... That would have been pretty funny. After saying, nah, I think it's got the rest of it. It might actually, though. That might be all the trees. Why did the bee sound like getting electrocuted? It does sound like that, doesn't it? That's the last tree, man. I swear to God, that's the last tree. Couldn't have lasted one more tree? Really? You're gonna make me buy a whole new axe just to get this one last lousy tree down? Piece of shit. What? I'm sorry. I won't ignore you. Got a second, I want to try something. I was reading this fashion... Oh, it's another one of these! What celebrity you were most like? So I made my own quiz using... Oh, we got this last time. And she was like, you're Pete. You're a total piece of shit, and nobody can trust you, and I hope you die. Alright, well, let's answer the opposite of what I answered last time to see who my antithesis is. Assuming that they're gonna get... Yeah, we're gonna get the same questions. Alright, so that one I said yes, so I'm gonna say no. Oh, wait, this is a different question. When you make a mistake, do you spend a lot of time feeling bad about it? Yes, I'm gonna answer that one honestly, yes. Do you have dreams and ambitions? No. Do you worry about things? You basically just asked that already. I'm gonna say yes. I'm Pelly, the lovely lass who works the front desk of the town hall. You're a trusting soul with high standards and a pure heart. You're selfless to a fault, and you reach out to others in need. Because of that, everyone respects you and relies on your assistance. Unfortunately, not everyone can live up to your high standards. Yeah, it's me. I hate to be the one that brings a dose of reality your way, but you probably have to learn to be a little less trusting of the motives of others. That's all I got. Wasn't that fun? That was a hell of a lot better than the reaming that I got when I got Pete last time. Man, I wish that I would have answered those more honestly, because I got different questions that time. I thought they were going to be the same question, because the first one was the same. Now I actually want to retake that, but be honest about it. Dagnel has no dreams because we are his dream community. No, I actually did answer yes to that one when I was taking it honestly. I just wanted to be different that time. Thanks, Rockstain, for the Prime. Appreciate it. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. Thanks. Time to use this brand new axe on one tree and then never again. Oh, Mr. Moneybags over here. Did I get 2 bits of money from that same tree? Why is there 2 bags here? Are we yay or nay for Phyllis? I think she's funny. I think that Animal Crossing could use a character like Phyllis again. Instead of bright, sunny Isabel. What is this, by the way? An extinguisher. I did get a bag of money from that. So I got a bag of money twice. That must be related to that glitch that we saw where I knocked a bell bag out of that tree when I last played Wild World and it went flying halfway across town. It's something related to that, I assume. Something weird about how when the last hit of your axe breaks on the first hit of the tree, something weird happens. It was explained to me when I asked the speedrunning Discord. Somebody explained it to me. I don't need to dig up the stumps since nothing actually spawns on the stumps in this game, but I just want to I just want to clean it up a little bit. I think that's everything though. Okay, so all trees are gone now, and we can move on to the second half of August on a Friday, where we'll get a painting from Red, we'll get the jellyfish, and the turnips that I have will rot as well, and then we can get an ant as well. So that's the plan. Boondocks, please. I only do boondocks when my money goes over 100,000, and I have to relieve my pockets of that whole bag of bells that has taken up room. So once I hit 100 grand, we're halfway there. Hello. I think stump bugs were added in New Leaf. They were added in City Folk. You know what? I'll just keep that there in case I need to use that again in the future. I don't think I will, because we literally have no more trees in this town, so I don't know why I would, but whatever. Alright, moving on. If today is August 9th and that's a Sunday, what would be a Friday in the second half of the month? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The 14th would be a Friday, which means the 21st would be a Friday. So let's go to the 21st. I don't think the 14th would be considered halfway, or the second half. September has 30 days, right? So, I mean, even if it did. 21st. At 9 a.m. Although the time doesn't matter as much now. But sure. See if it was the only AC game I'm missing. As far as my physical collection goes, it's gonna sound really weird. It's gonna sound really, really strange. The only physical Animal Crossing game that I am missing is New Horizons. I don't have a physical copy of New Horizons. I only have digital copies. I have GameCube, I have Wild World. I don't even have a GameCube to play it on, or a Wii. Oh, hello, Cyrano. I have GameCube, I have Wild World, I got City Folk, got New Leaf, don't have New Horizons. It's weird. I mean, you can buy one easily if you wanted to. Yeah, that's the thing, is that, like, I'm not really in a rush, because I could get one still for, like, they're still able to be bought without the need of, like, secondhand. Like, you can't get a copy of GameCube or Wild World without it being secondhand. Like, you can't go to Walmart or Best Buy and get one. Highly doubt you could get New Leaf. Not City Folk either, so that's why I'm not really in a rush, because as long as, like, first-party big box stores are still selling Switch games, I could get New Horizons for its MSRP price of 60 big ones whenever I really want to, if I want to. I'm not really, like, a game collector, but I think the sentimental value of getting a copy of every Animal Crossing game, the series that has allowed me to, you know, do this as a career, I think that there's some sentimental value to having all the copies, so one day I definitely will want to. And also, like, I might want to get one just because it's easier, because instead of having to do the physical game card, bullshit whenever I want to, like, make a new second island for one of my challenges, having to, like, transfer the virtual game card's a huge pain in the ass. So you know what? It might be worth it to get a physical copy sooner rather than later to avoid having to do that every time, because that's a big pain. The virtual game cards, intuitive as they are kind of like, I don't know, a little bit annoying to work with, and I don't even fully understand how they do work. Still think COVID was just a marketing gag from Nintendo just to sell Animal Crossing. Definitely helped. Spotlight item? Oh, Baby Panda. So that is a spotlight item. So yeah, they don't even announce them on the board here as spotlight items. They actually just say what the item is, which is handy, because when I want to look for the painting, I'll just check the board to see if it says that one of the paintings is here. Can't live on bread alone, just add mayo. Hang on, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't know why I'm bothering checking ones from forever ago, because it's not going to be there anymore, but still. I'm curious whenever the next AC comes out how well it'll do compared to New Horizons. I mean, yeah, I think it'll be hard to beat, but I don't think COVID was the only reason this game succeeded. Or New Horizons did, anyway. Someone to wed? I don't know. Do I want to know what this one is? What? Someone to wed? No way, Nook. That's a weird one. That's another one I don't really get. He really hates Nook. Alright, what do we got? What is this one? Strange painting. Do I have that already? No, I don't. Alright, start a prediction. Painting, real, fake. Oh yeah, I gotta get the jellyfish as well. Let me get the jellyfish before I run this over. And also my remaining fossils. The black rook. I thought Tom Nook hated red, not the other way. I think that is sort of what is being implied. Like, don't marry that fat, bloated raccoon. Marry a handsome fox like me. Oh, hey, pretty mama. Is that my last fossil? No. Oh, my turnip rotted. Forgot about that. It's weird, because they don't look like rotted turnips when you drop them on the ground, if I'm recalling, right? They just look like plump, juicy turnips. Like, man, I could bite right into that turnip. Ow! And then you get a bunch of ants and bugs in your mouth. Horrible. Horrible mistake. Oh, there we go. Alright, jellyfish. Hopefully this is right now. It shouldn't take... Like, that's what was blowing me away when I caught so many horse mackerels, that I was like, now something is wrong. Because the jellyfish are so common, there's no way you can catch, like, as many horse mackerels as I did before one shows up. Yeah, okay. 142. Okay, that's everything I need right now. We will, of course, run that painting over and check that before we go, though. My kind of jam. I voted fake, so 99% chance it'll be real. Thank you for your service. For ensuring the realness of this painting. Appreciate that. I put 250 on this. Ah, that's chump change. That's like dropping a $5 at the roulette table and being like, eee, that's my last $5. Oh, come on now. Your life ain't over if you lose that $5. Come on now. Plenty to live for. I could do more Tamagotchi life. Tamagotchi life? I don't know. We'll see. I'm like 0 for 12 on these fossils today, so... T-Rex store, so yeah, T-Rex is already done. I did 4K last bet and lost it. Only 600 this time. How many channel points do you guys have? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because I just like leave streams open in my other monitor and just accumulate points. But there's a lot of streams out there where I have like hundreds of thousands of points. T-Rex tail, son of a bitch. I bet 1,550k. You bet 1.5 million? No, you can't do that much. You can only do 250,000 at a time, I think. Mammoth skull. Wait. That's a new one. Alright, finally, man. Our first fossil in ever. And that's actually the last part of the mammoth as well. Nice. Please allow me a moment to tell of the mammoth. It resembles an elephant and only became extinct a mere 10,000 years ago. This shaggy beast lived in the Ice Age and developed pronounced tusks. It used them to scrape ice and snow to get on the plants that it fed on. I'm very sorry. I'd rather a mammoth blabbermouth myself. He's rather a mammoth blabbermouth himself. I read too fast. I read faster than my brain can process sometimes. Can you show progress? Yeah, in a minute. You can actually find these in restaurants, though which ones I don't know. Jellyfish can grow to be almost 3 feet long. Do you know that? I think I did. That crunchy texture? Alright, check the painting. Strange painting. Nice! Another real one. Damn, we are doing pretty well. I would likely have named it a strange painting as well. Alright. So somebody wanted a progress update here. We're at 145 of 184. Here is where we're at. So we have 46 of 56 bugs, 47 of 56 fish, 45 of 52 fossils, and now 7 of 20 art. For 145 of 184 total donations. There you go. And pay out the believers. 80% said real that time. Again, you guys must know something that I don't, because every time you guys are overwhelmingly in one direction or the other, you're right. So, Nostrachatus over here. Alright, and now we're moving on to September at 9 a.m. Where at 9 a.m. we need the long locust, which we just got, the migratory locust, the mantis, the grasshopper, and the ant, which actually I could probably go get right now, because I did drop that over by my house. And then for fish, we need the salmon and the king salmon. And then, after we're done with that, at 7 p.m. we need the cricket, the bell cricket, and scorpion, but we already got the scorpion, so just the crickets, which wouldn't be too bad. And then, after that, we only have October, and then you can only get a glimpse of it January, and that's it. There's only 2 more months after September that we have to worry about. So we're kind of knocking this, the bug and fish portion of this challenge out pretty well, I would say. Better than I would have expected. And it's not even been 3 hours of streaming, so like we can absolutely try to at least knock out 9 a.m. in September. King salmon will be the hardest thing, but even that's not too bad. Still have a couple of problematic fish on the horizon, but literally the only fish that still remain that scare me are the tuna and the stringfish. The king salmon's like, it won't be easy. The football fish could give me trouble. Other than that, nothing. I don't think anything is truly problematic. I really don't think anything is that difficult outside of those. But we'll see. Any of those, the tuna or the stringfish could give me giant balls. We'll see, though. Alright, let me go check my house for that ant, and then we'll move on. Can you play September from Earth, Wind, and Fire? No. Get copyright struck. There's a fly. Why is there a fly? Is there a rafflesia around here? Or is that from my turnip? Oh, it's probably from my turnip. There's no ants. What the hell? I left this thing alone for like 10 minutes. What? Were no ants? Okay. I guess I'll try again. Why does the character blink? Are you talking about me, or are you talking about him? The character? I feel like... You must be talking about the in-game character, right? There we go. Yoink. Alright. 146. That's one last thing to do in September. Alright, move on. Why does my Dagnel keep blinking? It was like, at first I was like, what do you want me to do? You want me to have, like, dry eyes? And then I'm like, wait, no, you're probably talking about the in-game character. That's why you would call it the character. It'd be a really weird thing to call me. Dagnel looks like he should be in a mediocre 2009 indie band. Thank you. True. Is it? Maybe. It's not really for me to say, right? September 4th, 9 a.m. Friday. Why does that weirdo in the corners keep saying nonsense? You're here for just, like, this guy. This guy. You're just here for this guy. I'm like the Family Guy video in the top of the TikTok, so that you don't click off. I'm just the handsome face. Here to keep you interested. I'm the, what is it? The Temple Run. It's not called Temple Run. What's the Subway Surfer? I'm the Subway Surfers. Hey, it's Rowan. Oh, nice bird wing. Hey. Are you... Hey. What? He's juking me. Stop it. You're embarrassing me. I don't even need you! I need you! Jeez. 147. Migratory locust. Yeah, let's make sure we check our flowers as well. Get over here. That's a pride thing. I don't even need this. Make sure we're checking our flowers, specifically our white flowers for orchid manises. Hopefully some generous soul has planted a bunch of flowers outside of their house that I could use for this purpose. But they're all dead. Everyone's flowers are dead. What the hell? I could just buy some from the store, but there's no promises that there'll be white seeds for sale, so... Hope I don't have to do that. Just retire at this point? Why? So you said just retire at this point, and one of my mods deleted it. No, that's kind of true, though. That was a pretty shameful performance, honestly. I might have to reconsider my career after that birdwing. That was pretty bad. No, that one's okay. You can approve that message. That one, I deserve that. I found that was very mean. No, I think that was rather appropriate. Wait, that's a grasshopper. I think, right? They make grasshopper sounds. Such as that. You know, the one. Alright, shut up. Just catch the stupid bug. 148. Alright, now just the mantis. Actually, I don't even need an orchid mantis right now. That's for October. Stupid. Maybe they're available right now, though. I'll keep an eye out. Dude, catching things in this game is hard, alright? Your character, it's so unresponsive. Like, the movement of your character and, like, telling it what to do. It's so just... It's so... Every flower is dead! There's not a single live flower in this entire town! Somebody went around with a bunch of, like... Fucking... What's that shit called? Oh my god. Somebody went around with a bunch of, like... pesticide and sprayed all my freaking flowers, man. The fuck? Monarch butterfly. That was for October as well. But... Don't have to worry about it. They sprayed DDT. Some, like... low-flying airplane just spritzed a bunch of friggin' pesticide on my town. Killed all my weeds and all my flowers. Weed killer? Roundup. That's what I'm thinking. They sprayed a bunch of Roundup in my town. There's one white flower. That's like, that might be the only living flower in this entire town. It's incredible, really. There's a monarch butterfly, so there must be another one somewhere, right? Unless they don't spawn on flowers and they just spawn anywhere. What fish do I need right now? Nothing. I literally need the king salmon and the salmon. Which I think will both be available near the river mouth at this point. I don't think that they're going to be up here in these parts of the river. They're going to be closer to the bottom. So nothing I need up here. Banana. There's a couple flowers. Did I get all my fossils? I have. Alright. Get those checked out. There's another one on the right side of the island. There's no more than 5 live flowers in this town, and that's being generous, really. Can I get a cartoony, all caps, not anime series to watch, but not childish and also has a story? I really like the first season of Common Side Effects. There's only one season, though. They're making the season 2. I liked it, though. Parasaur Skull. BoJack Horseman. I'm gonna come out as the BoJack Horseman hater. Don't watch BoJack Horseman. Just saying it. I don't like it. Terra Left Wing. Nope. I tried to watch BoJack Nut. I just couldn't sit through it. Okay. That's weird. Oh, you meant butt. Oh, dude. Jesus Christ, man. You got me messed up. I'm like, you watching... Well, yeah. I don't think I'd be able to stomach it either. What a weird... It's just like, what a strange thing to be watching. What the heck's wrong with you? Apato torso. Already donated. I'm trying... Jesus, he's just like sitting there on the couch, trying really hard. And it's just like, you feel bad for the poor guy. I can't stomach... I can't watch this. It's too sad. It's too raw. Tell me, do you know that ants leave a scent around anywhere they trundle about? Indeed, they do this in order to make sure they can get back to their nest. But from just where on the ant does the stench come from? Black, I'd rather not know. Their penis. Their little ant worm. I wonder what the migratory locust thinks about where it's going to next. Frankly, I suspect it plans not at all and just flies about all willy-nilly. Oh no, William-nilliam. Hardly a recommended way of traveling. A what? That's so true. Autumn bugs like this one usually sound alluring. Even so, one look at their plump, repellent bellies is all it takes to snap me back to reality. Blah! So very vile. I think we have the monarch butterfly. He's probably gonna say, like, the monarch butterfly is, like, wicked poisonous, isn't it? Because I think that's true, right? It's, like, venomous or something. Monarch butterfly got its regal name because of its orange coloring. It reminded people of the King of England, aka William of Orange. Y'all had a person called William of Orange? Jesus. You people. Fascinating species over there. To be perfectly honest, if I were His Highness, I'd be rather miffed. That's real? He was Dutch? Oh, okay, that makes way more sense. Yeah, the Dutch love orange. We're good. Still gotta buy that painting, but we'll get to that. I thought he was British. No, Dutch makes way more sense. Who the frick is William of Orange? It's like, when you're of something, though, that means that there's a place called Orange? Doesn't that? Like, Duke of Sussex. Sussex is a place. What the fuck place called Orange? There's Orange County. But I don't think you want to be the Duke of that, man. That place, Orange County, man. No, it's like the CEO of Coitus. I gotta time you out. Alright, I gotta time you out. That's an out of principle timeout right there. 1 minute, 68 seconds. I gotta time you out for that. CEO of Coitus. Sounds like somebody's like shitty Steam username. Sounds like somebody you'd run into on like TF2 in a random lobby. What's wrong with Orange County? Do I need to answer that? What's wrong with Orange County? The Anaheim Angels, man. What do you think I was talking about? Alright, there's probably a salmon. I don't think that's big enough to be a king salmon. But I think it's a regular salmon, at least. This old doofus. Come on, man. Make it easy for me. Tired of having to work, honestly. So sick of it. Just make it easy for me. Just flop out of the water and just be caught. Straight into my pockets. Alright, 150. That was pretty easy. But we knew it was going to be pretty easy. The king salmon will be the more difficult one. So they can be like... I'm not even not convinced that couldn't be where a king salmon could spawn. I don't know. Because it's close to the river. It's in the river mouth. I don't know, though. I don't know where the line's drawn between river and river mouth, or ocean and river mouth, but whatever. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm looking in the ocean. Let's go buy the painting from Red. And then we're still looking for... Oh, you know, I should have bought some flowers when I was at the store. Oh, have I not gotten all my fossils today as well? Oh. That would be why. Should have thought about that. There's a dandelion puff there. Oh, there's an orange flower there. Mantises spawn on flowers. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but what else would they spawn on? Whoa there, friend. Did he do that because I hit his door with my shovel? Or did I... That was really weird. Alright, whatever. 10 is mightier. I can't find this one. What the heck? Pen is mightier. Oh, interesting. Nookopedia has it as the pen is mightier, and they list them in alphabetical order. So I was looking for P, but it was in T, and I couldn't find it. Anyway, the answer is and cheaper. Maybe it could be the pen. I don't know. What do we got here? Oh. Heavens. I think I might already have that one. Perfect painting. Yeah, I think that's the third time we've come across the perfect painting. And we have already donated the real one, so we don't want that. Interesting. It's the second duplicate I've come across, which of course it'll be more and more common as time goes on, but kind of surprised. Yeah, sorry, Red. Let me bet on fake? Nope. No prediction. Sorry. Go get your gambling fix somewhere else. Like the casino. Okay, so now I'm just looking for the king salmon and the mantis then, huh? I know, huh? If you know what that reference is, I like you. I know, huh? I'm gonna move these flowers close to the river mouth, because I'd like to look at both for the salmon and the mantis at the same time. Dagnel, what do you still need? I need the salmon and the mantis. But I mean, I need more things in other months as well, but that's all I'm worried about right now. Shoo! I almost said scat and shoo at the same time, and I almost said shat. Shat! See, I think that's... could be... I don't know. Let's just catch it. How about eliminate any speculation and just catch it? Get your answer. Nope. I thought that was too big to be a salmon. I looked king salmon. I don't know. I'm crazy, though. Yeah, let's move these, like... I don't know. Again, river mouth means they can actually extend quite a ways up the river. It's not just where the river meets the ocean, but... I don't know. Oops. You used up your one curse word. Oh, from earlier when we were talking about if you guys can only say one curse word. I can say as many as I want. That's a restriction purely for you guys, I'm afraid. It's like if you guys... I should put in a rule where you guys can only say one swear word per stream. And I'd be curious, like, what you guys would use it on. But me, though, I could say as many as I want. I'm trying to not say as many because it's... like, I don't know. Sound like a redneck, start swearing too much. Yes, confounded, done damn dirty ass little... You know, I don't want to sound like that. Funny as it may be. Yeah, let me go inside at my house and refresh the bug spawning. Too many monarch butterflies around. Swearing makes you cool, Dag. Nah, see, that's just not true. That's the kind of shit that, like... You say, like, instead of swearing, you say, like, drinking. That's the kind of shit that makes people, like, want to impress their friends, you know? For being as much of a people pleaser as I am, I was never peer pressured, or at least I never gave into the peer pressure of, like, drinking and all that. But if somebody was convincing enough... That's probably a regular salmon. I have, like, no... Oh, there's a mantis. Hopefully he stays there. I think this is just a regular salmon. But I don't know. The shadows in this game are weird. Yeah, alright, whatever. We get the mantis, though. Get that. Alright, I guess now the fact that I have no flowers is actually to my benefit, because now I don't need anything else on flowers. With the mantis now caught. So, I'm just looking for the king salmon now. Kind of sucks to look for the king salmon, because it's such a specific area that it spawns that it's like... How do you like, farm it, you know? Like, how do you farm it in this little-ass area? Do I, like, go in and out of houses all the time? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll run it over to the museum. Oh, that guy's fast. Oh, is that a red dragonfly? Hey, I had that. No. I had that for October. Take it now. 151. That actually means I've now caught everything I needed in October at 4 p.m. I only needed the red dragonfly, cherry salmon, and rainbow trout. So now I don't have to worry about that. And we're only an orchid mantis away from catching everything that we need in October at 9 a.m., which would mean that everything in October is already caught. So if we have any white flowers, I would actually be interested in planting those. Let me go check nooks. Let me get rid of like every flower that isn't dead and maximize our chance of getting an orchid mantis. That would be handy. You're almost done? Not really. Not really. White flower. Yes. Thank you. Do you run faster in Wild World than you do in New Horizons? That's a really hard thing to measure. I feel like the fastest game that you run, though, is like New Leaf or City Folk. Maybe GameCube as well. I don't know. I feel like this game you actually run pretty slow. And in New Horizons, this town is so big that it doesn't feel like you cover nearly as much ground, you know? But maybe that's... Ooh, another white flower. Maybe not. Maybe that's just an illusion, though. Yeah, see, all of Buster Brown's flowers are dead there. Yeah, I don't know. Let's plant these, like... here. There we go. And hope for an orchid mantis. I don't even know if they spawn right now, to be honest with you. Maybe they start spawning in October. I don't think so, though. I feel like September, it's reasonable to expect them. Should be careful, though, walking downwards on them. You're too small to be a salmon. Maybe I'll go to, like, the edge of the ocean and then come back. It's everyone's favorite villager. Mine's Olive. Kit Kat. Cube. What was that? Oh, it was a locust. I thought peer pressure looked like how it does on drug PSAs, where it's inherently sinister. In reality, it's usually people just having fun and trying to get you in on it. I mean, if it's purely unsinister and just fun, then they would be like, you would say, no, I don't want to do that. And then they would respect that and not peer pressure you. I think peer pressure is inherently sinister because you're not accepting somebody's like hesitancy to want to try something. Like, I don't consider it peer pressure if they're like, yo, you want to like take a hit of this blunt? And you're like, nah, man, I'm cool. And they're like, all right, that's cool. That's not peer pressure. That's like, they just asked the question. Who likes Renee? I like Renee. Maybe best sisterly. Again, be careful coming... Yeah. I was going to say, be careful walking downwards on these flowers here. This could be an orchid mantis. All right, so now... That's cool, because everything I needed in October is now caught. So I can just skip right past that after I'm done with the king salmon, and then later on in the day, the cricket and the bell cricket, straight to January. So we're very much in the nitty-gritty now of things that we need. Bugs and fish-wise. Still a lot of art to go, but fossils, bugs, and fish... I mean, hell, how many more bugs do I even need? 3. I need 3 more bugs at this point. That's crazy. Banana. Ain't no damn king salmon spawning, though. Yeah, like I don't... Maybe there's a building. Maybe somebody's home who's close to the river mouth, and I can just keep going in and out of their home, confounding them as to my intentions in doing so. Thank you. Dandelion Prophet for the 7 months. I'm manifesting this king salmon for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think that's a regular salmon. I think it's a regular salmon. But we'll try it. That person manifested it for me. I gotta at least try it, right? I am gonna have to go off sound, though. It's a stupid bridge. Oh, see how slow it is? Yeah, if that was a king salmon, I don't think I'd have caught it. I appreciate that, though. First time in a stream, love your YouTube videos. Thanks, Gray Angel. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's run this Orchid Mantis over, though. I'll keep manifesting it. Your manifestation work, it like half worked. You got me a regular salmon. You need to like focus up. You need to like needs a little bit more oomph. Didn't realize you made YouTube videos, not gonna lie. See, that's crazy, because I assume that everybody found me on Twitch through YouTube. Like, finding people on Twitch is, like, impossible, in my opinion. I'm actually at 153, according to my tracker. Finding people on Twitch is impossible. Like, discoverability is non-existent on this platform. So big streamers are usually found through other platforms. YouTube, TikTok, something else. So that's crazy. I imagine you'll think I'm having a bit of fun, but I assure you I'm serious. After mating, the female mantis will kill the male and devour him on the spot. No, I believe that. In fact, I know that. The very thought gives me the gags. I must say, I consider myself most fortunate to have been born a mantis. I might have to squash myself. Red dragonfly. Did I already donate the salmon? I might not have donated the salmon. I have a choice. I'm spoiled for choice among the 4 that I have in my pockets, which one I want to donate. But I do think I need to donate one of them. Ever looked into the eyes of a red dragonfly, or any dragonfly for that matter? They're compound eyes, where multiple eyeballs are stuck together. Just think of all those beady little eyes on you. Bugs with only 2 eyes make me gag. Don't, like, most insects have compound eyes? Oops. Blathers is drowning in babes. He wouldn't last a day as a mantis. Yeah. This guy wouldn't have been around long enough to even curate this museum. Salmon grilled over hot coals, delicious. I say grilling and eating outdoors simply cannot be beat. That one's just an observation, man. I have some tuna steaks in the fridge. Alright, hopefully a king salmon's been manifested for me. I don't know what the odds of it are, but I didn't think it was too bad. There's no way that's close enough to be considered the river mouth. Not a chance. That's just your lowly sea bass. Why isn't there a poop dragonfly? I've been saying this, actually. I've been saying this. I've been asking for this. Why isn't... You could probably find so many examples of me asking this very question. The vile shit fly. The loathsome dung fly. All flies love poop. Actually, that's not true. There's a species of fly. It originated in like Eastern Europe. I was reading about this on, oh man, that looked big. You do like Wikipedia searching or Wikipedia hopping where you just go from like article to article just because something within that article interests you and you just keep doing it. Well, I don't know how, but I landed on a fly that was founded, not founded, but discovered in Eastern Europe in the early 2000s. That actually, the phenomenon was that it is not like the normal things that flies like rotten fruit or like trash or poop was specifically listed. Damn it, I did it again. It doesn't like any of those things. So they were wondering whether it's even classified as in the same family as a fly, like a common house fly. They settled on but they actually looked at its biology and its genetic makeup, and it all was very much in the same realm as that of fellow flies. And so they classify it as a fly, but it actually likes to eat, specifically they said plums, but fresh plums, not ones that are rotten and on the ground. It likes to eat fresh plums and fruits and shit. I made all this up. Not a single thing that came out of my mouth was real. I was going to try to think of a taxonomy name for it. You know how they call it Latin, fly Taurus dodecahedron. I was even going to come up with some shit like that, but I knew that there would be no way that I could come up with something that sounded convincing. So I didn't. I made up that it ate plums and shit. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Oh, that's mean. I feel betrayed. Well, hey, at least I didn't make you believe this for years. I made you believe it for 2 minutes, if even that. Again, I gotta stop catching these because they're salmon. You will know when it's a king salmon. I love that there's a bot that always says ads are running, and either nothing really happens or it's just a 10-second ad, but Dagnel keeps on playing anyway. Does it really not actually give you an ad? I don't know how to work with Twitch's ads, man. They're always changing. It doesn't start an ad. An ad does not start when that message pops up. Not very often. Sometimes it does. I don't know. Well, if you're subscribed, then obviously you won't get one, but... yeah, I don't know. I don't freaking know. Heard about hoverfly? The adults feed on nectar and not picky on the flowers, which makes them good pollinators, but their larvae would eat green flies, aka aphids. See, now I think you're fucking with me. You could be fucking with me for all I know. Taking advantage of my ignorance about bugs. Get in the water. I'm not subscribed and I never get ads. Do you have an ad blocker? Because that's the thing, is that I used to use an ad blocker on Twitch and it used to work, but... at some point, they've circumvented ad blockers, and now ads show up anyway. It's very annoying. That's why I had to break down one day and get Twitch Turbo. It sucks, but... I don't know, maybe some people's ad blockers still work. I think you're one of the streamers with basically none or not many ads. I watched other streams and there's like one every 15 minutes. People complain about ads all the time in here, which is part of the reason why I don't understand them. Because like you say, I barely ever see them. And then somebody else who might have the same settings as me may have them all the time. I don't really know. All I know is that a streamer has no ability to completely eliminate ads from their stream. And it always bothers me when people get so upset at streamers for the amount of ads that they run, because it's like, chances are they're not making a conscious effort to run this many ads. Twitch just runs a lot of ads. You can set how many ad minutes per hour that you want to run, but there's a good chance that the streamer's not making it so that it's like a whole shit ton. I don't know. And when they do, it's because they want to disable pre-rolls. I think that's a king salmon? No, fuck. Because when you play an ad every half hour, it disables pre-rolls. Pre-roll ads are ads that people get when they first click on a stream. I'm sure you've experienced this phenomenon and have probably been like, oh man, I wanted to check this stream out, but I'm immediately getting like a minute worth of ads that I can't skip. Fuck it, I don't want to watch them this bad. So streamers, knowing that viewers are less inclined to stay tuned to the stream, will run and this is what I do. They run ads every 30 minutes to disable those pre-roll ads because they know that a viewer might want to watch them but then get frustrated and not watch if they get a pre-roll immediately, because it's annoying. And so they'll run it every 30 minutes, which is what I try to do. I'll run an hour, or not an hour, I'll run a minute and a half of ads every 30 minutes. So you should get 3 ad minutes per hour. Whether you actually get 3 or not, I really don't know. That's why that message pops up every 30 minutes, ideally, saying that there's ads running. Some streamers only do 1 set of ads when you click on the stream and then no more. Not on Twitch, they don't. Unless I'm stupid, I don't think that's an option on Twitch. Maybe on YouTube. But that is not a thing on Twitch. I don't mind pre-roll ads. Well, that's just you. Personally, I mean, I've had it happen to me where I click on a stream, get an ad, and I'm like, fuck it. Better things to do. It's annoying. Get out. 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 Thank you. I gotta do the 2020 thing. Like I said, 20 feet away every 2 hours, because I think it's been 2 hours since I've done this. Y'all gotta give me 20 reminders for 20 seconds. There's trees outside. I'm looking at the trees outside. The leaves. Alright. Little temple massage. Oh, yeah. Everyone do your 20. Supposed to do it every 20 minutes, not 2 hours. Yeah, I know. That's why it's called 20. I'm just saying I forgot to do it every 20 minutes, and it's probably been 2 hours since I did it, so. Just trying to make a little joke. Just a little joke. For the audience. Thanks, Dagnel. I got 3 screens up. Honestly, I do not understand having any more than 2 monitors. Now, someone who works online from home, I just don't see what a third monitor would do. Maybe it's like a third eye where I don't really like, I need to like awaken something in me to understand what that third monitor would do. I just don't see it though. What's that third monitor doing? You got like the Dow Jones up on there? You're looking at Dow Jones? What are you doing? I think about like movies when they have 3 screens. I'm like, they're usually like day traders and they got like all the little indexes up and the graphs. What the fuck are you doing? Get your head out of there. I'm like, what would I have a third monitor? What would it be showing right now? Bigger screen equals bigger di. What's di? Nobody tell him? Why not? What's di? Unknown? Why don't you just fucking tell me? Quit being weird. Dick? Dude, I'm just asking a question, man. You're not gonna be rude. Jeez. Don't fall for this man's twisted lies and ploys. Didn't I time you out earlier because you said something? What did you say? I timed you out earlier. That's like going to jail and then being like, this guy's a criminal. You're the one who's in jail. You're not the... What could this possibly be? Ocean sunfish is the only thing. Whatever, this is just a little test. Call us a little test here. Test. Oh, I should have left that out there. You fucking stupid, big, bloated. I hate you. Trying to sneak up on me. Trying to ambush me. Fuck you. Shadow's massive. I know, huh? They're crazy in this game. Look at all these stupid salmon. I gotta stop catching these things, man. I'm wasting so much time catching salmon because I'm like, well, maybe that's the king salmon. I don't know. No, you'll know. When the time comes, you'll know. Have your checklist in a separate tab? I have my game, my game window and my checklist in the same tab. I just don't, I don't know, like, it doesn't need to be, it doesn't need to go there. Because it's like, I don't know. I just don't need that. I don't need to do all that, that's too much. It's unnecessary. Besides, my desk is only so big. What do you guys put your third monitors? I hate that fish. Oh, the ocean sunfish? It didn't do nothing. That's a salmon, right, gang? I don't know. I'm so... Yeah, it is. Yeah. Mounted on the wall? The wall is like 2 feet away. Look really weird. Hola. Thank you, Starry Finch, for the 8 months. I appreciate that. Enjoy your emotes and enjoy your ad-free viewing. What can a boy do to make this king salmon a little easier? Maybe what I can do is go to later in September, where maybe they aren't confined to just the river mouth, where they can be anywhere in the river. Instead of repeatedly checking this one little area, I can go the whole span of the river to look for one. Maybe that would be easier. But that would be for next stream. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm kind of crazy with the fishing today, is all I'm saying. Cruel knowledge, most of the sunfish look actually torn apart because they carry a lot of parasites and seagulls pick them off their skin. Okay, but be so for real with me. If you had a bunch of parasites on you, I bet you'd feel really good. I bet you that's like a spa day to them. If I had a bunch of barnacles and parasites and shit on me, I'd probably want a seagull doing that to me. That probably feels so good. I'll be like, yes, Mama Jama. Get them barnacles off me. I'd probably start like doing that thing where you like scratch that spot on your dog and it makes their like leg go like this. I'd probably start doing that. I'd probably start doing like, yes, Mama. That's probably what I would be doing. Something like that. Get out of here. Thunderstorm and Dagnel stream first way to fall asleep. Man, I'm about to get going soon though, because this salmon's starting to pee me off. But we'll come back and try it again soon. Maybe even tomorrow. I've been streaming, I've been doing like an every other day sort of thing for stream. Not because I want to do that, but whenever I don't know, my body's just been in like a, yeah, I feel like streaming today, so I'll stream. And then the next day comes, and I'm like, no, I don't really feel like streaming today. It's just been the pattern. Hey, whoa, hey, but hold up. That's Billy Big Britches right there. That's actually, though. All these salmon have fooled me. But not this one. Finally. King salmon. Alright. And when I say all these salmon, I mean all these salmon. And it used to be more than that. But we're done with September at 9 a.m. We can move on to 7 p.m. where we only need the cricket and the bell cricket. And I mean, dude, I do want to get going soon here, but like, the cricket and the bell cricket is like nothing. I can do that and then get going. So that when we come back, we would only need one bug left, the dung beetle, in January. Still a lot of fish, but we can definitely finish September. And we've already finished October, so... I told you I manifested it for you. Thank you. I'm glad that you locked in. I really needed that. The king salmon will swim upstream to spawn, as most people know. What many don't know, however, is that it eats nothing while en route. As such, when king salmon begin their journey at the mouth of the river, they're all fatties! Dude, I don't think you could say that! I don't think that was okay to say in 2026. Maybe in '05. Man, you can't say that. Think upon that the next time you eat an entire cake before working out. Yeah, I will, because I do that all the time. Jesus, man, you can't just be calling things fatties nowadays, unless you're talking about a big, fat, juicy blunt. No, man. Problematic. Cancel Blathers. Blathers is ripped, though. Look at his physique, bro. Is bench pressing 120? I don't think 120 bench press is that impressive. I don't know. Maybe if you're like 8. That dude is at least like college-aged adult, where if you're of like a normal stature, I don't think a 120 bench press is like... It's not bad. It's not like jacked, though. Oh, 120 kg. Okay, now that's a different story. Now that's a different story. I was like, I think I could bench press 120. Alright, moving on, though. 7 p.m. I'm talking in real freedom units. All you British people love saying freedom units when you're trying to make fun of our system, but then you'll also say, like, hey, that thing's 1 mile away. Or I walked 1 mile today. You also named your currency after our unit of weight, because you're such a fanboy of us. Losers. Alright, 7 p.m. Could go to... Yeah, let's go to a Friday as well. So another Friday after this would be the 11th. For another painting try. I think the metric system's much better. Oh, I do too. But still. I think Fahrenheit's better. I don't think it's full stop better in every way. I think that Fahrenheit is better than Celsius. I think that like miles and kilometers is like whatever. I think a meter makes more sense than, well, like a yard, because a yard and a meter are not that different. So it's like whatever. We're looking for crickets. I measure things in apples. I'm personally a big fan of football fields, but that's just me. Where are you? Where are you? Seriously? I hear it. It sounds... Oh, I see. It's so tiny, man. What the heck? Alright, that's the regular cricket. Now the bill cricket. Check that off. Let's also get our painting as well. But let's wait. Let's get the bell cricket first. Shouldn't be too long. Whose yard is 1 cubic meter? It's not a literal yard, alright? First of all, you guys call yards gardens, which I always thought was weird, because a garden for us is very specifically a place that you are growing, like, fruits, vegetables, flowers, plants of some sort. But you guys just call it... Your garden could be... Oh, hang on. I hear the bellium. Oh, there he is. Man, they are so tiny. What the heck? Alright, there's our crickets. Let's go get our piece of art and check if that's real. And then we're good. We can move on after September now to January. Because, like I said earlier, we've already gotten everything in October. So you don't need anything more there. And really, the only bug that we still have remaining is the dung beetle. So, we're almost done with bugs. Hot and cold? Money makes it. Alright. Why is the sky so purple? It's pretty. What's that one? Oh, is that the dainty painting again? No, it's the lovely painting. Do I need the lovely painting? I do still need the lovely painting. Alright. Prediction. Painting? 1 minute. I am a smart cookie. Tell that to my chat room. One of my mods said, that might be the worst insult anyone has ever said to Dag. What the fuck did this person say? What could be so bad that this person has said the worst thing anyone has ever said to me? Hang on, I gotta find their username. I gotta find their comment. I thought you were British? Consider me shook. What the fuck is wrong with some of you people? Why do you think that you can just say that to other people online? You think that because you're you think that because you're behind that screen, you think that you can just go around saying stuff like that to people without consequences, getting your little ass beat? Well, that is a lovely sound now, isn't it? Indeed, I wonder if I'm the only one to mistake these things for roaches. I suppose the only sound I've ever heard a roach make is squish. You so funny, Blathers. You so funny. Anyone ever tell you so funny? The chirping of the bell cricket is interesting and even rather charming, but the movement of their wings when they cry out, black, it gives me hives. Alright, and now the painting. Well, actually I have a fossil as well. Sorry, do that first. Who honestly thought, like, you genuinely think, listen to me for 1 second and ask me genuinely if I'm British. Seriously? Iguanodon tail. Or is this like before you heard me speak you thought I was British? What about even how I look would even look British? Alright, let's see here. Ah, fake. And there we go again. 71% of you said fake. And it was fake again. The fuck? You guys are Nostradamus over here, man. How do you always know? It's like you can sense it or something. Or you must know something. I'm almost convinced at this point that you're onto something. Alright, whatever though. We are good. I could go around getting my fossils today, but I don't give a fuck. I've had not very good luck with my fossils today, so I don't really feel like getting told that my fossils aren't real. I don't really feel like it. So we're going to wrap it up there for today at 20 hours, 53 minutes, and 16 seconds. And we're at 156 of 184. That is... So we're at 55 of 56 bugs, 1 remaining, the dung beetle, 49 of 56 fish, 45 of 52 fossils, and 7 of 20 art. So we made really good progress today. 84% of the museum overall is complete. So we're going to wrap it up there. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll work on... We already did everything in October, so we're going to work on January next. That's what we're going to do when we come back. Only one more bug, the dung beetle. Still quite a few fish, because winter has more fish in it than bugs, as you would expect. So we're going to come back tomorrow, or the next stream, whenever it may be. Get the last bug that we need, the dung beetle, and then work on the bitterling, yellow perch, pond smelt, stringfish, sea butterfly, and tuna. And then at 9 p.m. the football fish. And then that'll be all the bugs and fish once those are done. Thanks for being here today. Appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream today, drop a follow. If you're on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. Join the Discord, !Discord, and chat. Get notified of when I go live. Have yourselves a good rest of your day, and I will see you whenever I stream next. See you.